trying to
Hi
add.
there and welcome. We got the very eccentric and talkative Mike Shiver with me here, and
How we
I'm
doing?
just some random hungover gorilla. So, all right, Mike, did you want to start us off here?
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to say a quick prayer over the people of the Ukraine. Take my hat off out of respect.
Yeah,
Dear
for our
Heavenly Father, Lord, we ask you right now in the name of Jesus, Lord, that you bless the people of the Ukraine, give them courage. Lord God, be with them as they fight against an impossible enemy. And Lord God, let freedom reign in that country, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, everything, Lord God, that they're freedoms that they are entitled, Lord. And God, that your hand will be upon them. Keep the women and the children safe. Give the teenagers and the adult men the courage to defend their land. And Lord, I ask your will be done in their lives in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. They're
Now
going
we're
to
gonna
win.
really mess with the algorithm because I'm probably gonna be going off here.
Are they going to complain about a little prayer?
Oh, it won't be the prayer. They just won't know what to do because I'm gonna be going off about some of the things that have been going on here. And
Yeah. Well,
what?
hey, freedom of the press, man. This is still America. We still can talk. We got
Yeah.
the freedom of speech. It's sad that these companies are monitoring everything you say. It's sad.
Yeah.
But,
Well, no, but some of the news I've heard has really irked me.
well, what were
Like
you hearing?
for example, we've gotten rid of tens of thousands of our troops because they didn't want to get the Fauci ouchie, which I it's military. I don't know what mandates. I have no say in that. It is our military.
Yeah.
But we got rid of tens of thousands of troops. Now they're asking our border patrol to come off our southern border, which should be protected, especially in a time when we could be going to, when we don't know what the hell is going to be happening in the
Yeah,
next
we
few
don't.
weeks, to go over to protect the Eastern Europe's borders. Why
Wow.
are we? Yeah, it doesn't make no sense.
Wow. This is the first I heard of that. That's insane.
No, I heard that the other day, and there's a couple news outlets reporting that.
Yeah. We're not involved in combat operations yet over there, to my knowledge. But
No, we're not because Ukraine was
yeah,
not part of NATO.
no, right. Yeah. I mean, why would we take any people off the southern border if we do get involved in the conflict? Let's just say it happens. Wow. Take off troops from the southern border, or people watching the borders and
Our CBP patrol.
yeah. Did you know in World War I, a message was intercepted by the British stating that if the Mexicans allowed Germany from the war, Second World War, if the Mexicans would allow Germany to come up through Mexico, they would give Mexico, I think it was Texas, New Mexico, and I think California back
No,
to,
no,
or
I got it. That's a little bit off. They're trying to. They said they would pay Mexico to attack the southern United States, there to keep the United States occupied.
oh, I see.
And Mexico could keep
Yeah.
whatever they wanted.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? And that's the same
Yeah.
thing that could happen now. Our southern border is a nightmare.
Yeah, but we're in a lot better terms with Mexico and Central America and South America than we were before. But that
Yeah,
doesn't mean they can't send all their problems up to our border.
yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're not
Well,
sending.
I'm not sure if they're exactly sending them, but it is
Yeah,
getting taken advantage of.
well, we don't see doctors and scientists and people like that coming across the border.
Hey, Simple Jack, how about you come up here? We want your take on some of this stuff.
Join us, good sir.
But anyhow, have you been watching some of those videos from Ukraine?
Yeah, yep. I watched a whole bunch of news videos, and then I was watching Kiev City. I didn't see any bombs dropping there, but in the newsreels I did.
I seen the apartment complex get hit.
Yeah, I seen that missile came right down. Boom.
Yeah, I seen the daycare center get hit too.
Yeah.
It's like
It's sad, man.
I was like, oh, they're not hitting. Like, I don't think they're purposely hitting civilian targets, but I don't think they're caring if they hit a civilian target.
Yeah. Well,
Like
they have internet, electricity, and water, and they said that should have been one of the first things that was taken out. So Putin's trying to keep an infrastructure in case he does take over. He doesn't have to rebuild all that.
They blew up a gas line.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't launched a rocket into the concrete wall they put on the canal that provided fresh water to Crimea.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised they haven't taken that out yet.
Yeah, well, they might. They might.
Yeah.
One of our generals was saying that, if the U.S. per se was at war with them guys, with Ukraine, he said we could have took out their air force in less than 2 days, but the Russians haven't even done that yet. Their air force has not taken out yet Ukraine's.
And a lot of the stuff that some of these people they said stuff's not really adding up. It's like, well, right now it's just a propaganda war too.
Yep. All war has propaganda.
Yeah, because like you got the Ghost of Kiev story, which I don't doubt that at all. You said, well, the Ukrainian could have a really good fighter pilot, then Russia has a few bad pilots,
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all that they got because they're just saying it's one person and six planes,
that makes him an ace.
5 is an ace.
Yeah, 5 is an ace. That makes him beyond an ace. If he's got six shot down, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
I seen a Russian plane there. Those rail guns that are computer guided to lock on the electronic signature of the plane?
Yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah, they like one burst shoots off like 1 million rounds or something like that.
Yep.
And I was watching one, and this Russian pilot was able to avoid a couple of those bursts, and then all of a sudden there's some flares out of the back of his plane, and he took off like a bat out of hell.
I bet.
Hey there, Zeus Gaming 716. Welcome. You're welcome on the panel if you want.
Yeah,
that was amazing. They shot off a couple bursts from that thing, and that guy was able to avoid those bursts and then get out of there like a bat out of hell. That takes some talent. I got to give props to that one Russian pilot.
Yeah, that's pretty brave. Yeah, and we're sending $350 million worth of military aid over. What happens if Russia takes that country? Then that's $350 million worth of American weaponry we give to the Russians.
No, not necessarily. Because a lot of them are like Javelin missiles and a lot of other stuff. Like the hardware is already there, but it's like it's like munitions pretty much because a lot of them is going to be like rockets and bullets there.
Yeah, I seen the 50 caliber machine gun bullets they had boxed up. They're getting ready to put on a plane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's interesting because I've always been interested in war, but it's a sad thing when a country that's trying to become more like a Western civilized world country is being stopped. It's sad.
Yeah.
Really. And if we had proper leadership in the United States, maybe we could do something about it, but we just don't.
Yeah. We'll just yell "Trunan under the pressure" at them.
Yeah. Now that's my opinion. It doesn't necessarily reflect anybody else's in the chat group, but we just need somebody a little bit more with it for this sort of leadership. Be sad if it's turned into World War III.
Yeah, no, Zeus, I am not a vet. I'm just stating my opinions here of what I understand. Mike, I'm not sure.
I was going to be a veterinarian at one time, but I decided not to be a vet. Oh, you mean a military veteran? No, I'm not either. I just support our troops, man. I got this really cool hat off the internet because they're building a new one. The new Enterprise is being built right now. She should be done in 2025 and delivered to the Navy in, I think, 2027. Yes.
No, your buddy. I don't. Oh, he's asking about you there.
Oh, what's the question?
He was asking you if you're a vet.
Oh, no. Nope. I just wear the Enterprise hats because, not just because I'm a Star Trek fan, but I got an Enterprise CV6 hat as well. I wear it in the memory. Now, this one's a future Enterprise being built currently, but the CV6, I wear it in remembrance of those men and for the ship's namesake. Congress was not going to name a new carrier Enterprise. They were going to name whatever, anything else but Enterprise. They weren't going to do that. But it is my personal belief that the legacy of the Enterprise needs to continue. And in 2011, there was a online petition, and it needed 200,000 signatures, and in order to have another Enterprise carrier built. And I was one of the people that signed that petition, and over 200,000 signed it. Yeah. So I wear these in the memory of our soldiers, our Navy, because more than ever, we need to support our troops. They need us. They need the common people to back them and support them, because they're the only line of defense, is our military, against these tyrants like Vladimir Putin. And you can quote me on that. He's got to go.
Did you see that he put all his nuclear?
Yes.
He put the nuclear,
Yeah.
the nuclear, what I can't remember what he called them there, on high alert.
Nuclear arsenal is on high alert right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because a country like Ukraine is giving the old Russian bear a headache.
Oh, have you seen I got to say, I think the whole world underestimated Ukraine, except maybe the people that are close to over there.
Yep. You got to remember the 13 colonies. We beat the most powerful nation on the planet at that time, militarily and everything else, economically, and we smoked them. I mean, it was a little bit of a struggle.
Well, with the Revolutionary War, it's kind of unfair when we're hiding in the grass and they're used to lining up in lines, and we're hiding in the grass and hitting them.
Then we lined up to shoot each other during our Civil War. But military tactics have changed, definitely.
Yeah. I just turned it off for a minute there, Zeus. They're looking at something here. But did you see the Russian casualty count so far?
I have not.
Last I heard, it was close, or seen that is close to 4,000. They've taken out 102 tanks.
Wow.
I lost track of how many of those armored cargo trucks that they've had. Mm-hmm. But then they've taken out 24 of their fighter craft and like 18 helicopters, I believe.
Wow, that's pretty good for a small military. And the average soldier.
Ukraine has the second largest military in the area.
Oh, really?
I guess they had like 196 troops there. I'm not sure about the reservists.
Yeah.
But Russia had like one of the closest to one of the biggest militaries in the world too.
Oh yeah, they're like the second largest behind us, and China's getting up there too on military size and strength. But I think China has 3 carriers now, but we have 11.
They claim that China has the biggest navy now, but the problem is a lot of them are your small craft and all that.
Yeah, they don't got nothing too huge.
But that could be nothing, because the smaller ships are more maneuverable, and they could be harder to hit, because just look at the Iranian little speedboats that they got. Those things are hard to hit.
Yeah.
But they don't have that much of an arsenal on it. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm looking up something here. Military size. But as long as this doesn't spill over into NATO countries.
The biggest problem I think we'll face next is Putin is threatening Finland and Sweden because they're supplying arms.
Yes,
arms to them, and they're not they're not NATO. Sweden is considered neutral between NATO and technically, but they will supply. But since Russia was the claim is that Russia's the aggressor. Now, there's a lot of backstory between this. You can go back and forth arguing it all day, but from what we can see, and what the propaganda is telling us, because everything's propaganda anyhow.
Pretty much,
there, and Finland is is everything but NATO in name. Like, they're allies of NATO, but they're not technically in NATO.
Yeah. Yeah, they're friends to the Western nations and stuff like that. Yeah, the
Yeah, and
nations.
Moldova is not. Moldova wants to stay neutral, but they're right next to Ukraine.
Oh, that's a small little place. I seen that on the map. Yeah,
Yeah. My friend was able to get to the Moldova. Her and her family was able to get to the Moldova
yeah,
border.
good, good. Well, that little country, could possibly be next. Is it a NATO country?
No,
Okay.
but I have a feeling that Moldova will be the Poland of this time.
You know, I wonder. Let's just say Vladimir decides to nuke Kiev. Let's just say he
Yeah.
does. Now, Kiev not being a NATO or Ukraine not being a NATO country, would we respond with a nuke toward Russia? Although it's not our battle, since it's not hitting NATO countries.
Here, just a sec.
Yeah.
Zeus, you can tell by the title of this stream that it's going to be a political stream. Uh, This is one of the few political streams I'll do, but it's something that I felt we couldn't ignore. I couldn't ignore. But anyhow, but if you think about it, I can't remember what year it was, but it was George W. Bush was president. Putin went into Georgia. They're claiming that there was a couple of province or states or
Yep.
whatever that were pro-Russian. That he claimed that wanted independence, so he moved troops into Georgia.
Yeah.
Then he did. Then he annexed Crimea, saying they're pro-Russian, they're independent. And now that we all thought he was just going to take those two provinces in eastern Ukraine there and stop there, but he's going for the whole thing.
Yeah. See, go ahead.
And seeing like World War II, it started with the Rhineland to see how France and Britain, if France would have sent troops into the Rhineland, the California governor, that's our nickname for the the 1930s German leader, is he was moved in. He will backed off and left him alone because he was like, "Oh, they're going to put up a fight." No. But we did nothing.
Yep.
So then, because France and Britain thought, "Oh, it was originally Germany's. We're not ready for another war. Let's let them have it." Then they went into Austria. Well, they're like, "Well, Austria mostly speaks German. Blah blah blah. Doesn't look like they're resisting it. Okay, we'll let them have it." Then the thing started. Fights are starting up in the Sudeten land. There, that's when what's his face Chamberlain
Yep.
went into so he went into there. They made an agreement that he could have the Sudeten land there because it's more than is because all gave him all areas that were more than 50% German.
Yep.
You know, okay. But then he just took the rest of Czechoslovakia. Nobody did anything. Then they did a false flag on a radio station that gave them the reason to go in the poll, and that's when they finally said, "Okay, he's not going to be stopped."
Yeah. Yep. That's true, and we gotta do something. I mean, if he doesn't stop with Ukraine, the country of Georgia he took back over in 2008. I just looked it up, and then the Crimea was in 2014, and then you got Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, which I mean, just to bring the Bible up, it talks about the bear Russia. The symbol for Russia is the bear, and then it had 3 ribs of contention in its mouth. So I got a feeling they're going to try to take over those 3 nations back into the UN, but they're NATO. So he's asking for an all-out brawl in Europe if he tries doing that.
Yeah. Hey, it's Carla Koala. Feel free to come join us, Carla, if you want. You're always welcome on my panel. No. Oh. Looks like Mike's trying to talk Jamie on to coming on.
No, I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a second.
Yeah. All right, well. So Zeus, what is your thoughts on this? Oh, you weren't lying when you said you'd be right back.
I made right back. But I'd like to hear what they're saying in the chat.
Zeus says everything's politics. He wants the Soviet Union back. Hey, Carla. Carla says hello. Oh, look.
What's up?
Well, I guess we'll see you, Zeus. Zeus is out of here.
See you, Zeus. Are they looking at us as like a political live chat or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Putin needs to be snipped. Are you? Which head are you talking about on Putin on that one?
Well, he's 71 years old, so probably the one on his shoulders. Not sure how the other one would be operating. I
think this whole thing's just a dick measuring contest with the West.
Kinda, yeah, yep.
I think it is,
but I don't think he'll go into any NATO countries. It'll probably be another week or two. He's probably going to make sure he's got.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Everybody thought he'd only go into the two most eastern districts of Ukraine. And he proved us all wrong.
Yeah, the one that's Russian control. They like Russia. They're in favor of Russia. Yeah.
No, but that Snake Island there, I don't know if it's true or not. It could be just set up propaganda, but it makes a great story.
It does.
Did you hear about that one?
Yeah, they told basically the Russian Navy to F off.
They said no. The Russian Navy told them to surrender, put down their arms, so they won't be harmed. They said, "Russian warship, go fuck yourself."
Yeah. They told them, and then
but they might be alive. Someone said they might be alive. They might. Well, there's 13. They're assumed dead.
Yeah.
So, but they said they might be alive.
Well, it's a good story, and they told it well.
Yeah, and he says he needs a 308 in a. Yeah, I'm not gonna fully read it, but we can read the comment. I'm not gonna read that online. I don't want my strike for that.
No,
I'm saving up. I don't because I want my strike to be worth it.
Yeah. If we refer to the California governor, if we just say Germany in the Second World War, that's okay, right? They're not going to strike.
Yeah, but California governor is a lot funner. Like it's not constant or it's not a certain type of camp that was in 1940s Germany. It's California permanent nap time shower facilities.
Well, you could say the YMCA. Now, see, I don't think.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not true, Zeus. I just didn't want to read it on there because I'm saving because I'm already thinking I'm going to get a strike for some of the stuff I wanted to say.
I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing. Let's just say Putin takes that country. Let's just say it happens. I don't think he's going to be rounding up people of ethnic groups and having them slaughtered. I'm not sure.
But it won't be because of ethnic groups, but he might round people up based on their beliefs.
That's true. They are a communist country. Russia is. Maybe.
Yeah, well, they don't claim to be communist no more.
Oh, they don't?
Well, no, they claim to be a democracy, but every communist country they have democracy in their name. Like North Korea, what's that? The Democratic something. It's like
yeah, it's a big long name.
Yeah.
It's we're simple. We just say we're the USA. But they got to have a big name because they're probably compensating for smaller things. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, I was just wondering though. I mean, what happens if they do use like a small tactical nuke somewhere in Ukraine? Do the Allies tolerate that? I mean, I don't think we would launch over that, but I think it would definitely rally the Allies to try to stop him because he's crazy. The guy's lost it.
Yeah. But the problem is if we back Putin into a corner.
Yeah. See, that's the scary part. Yeah.
And our nukes, the problem with the nukes they have now is they're 1,250 times stronger than the Hiroshima bombs.
Yeah, they got the bomba.
Have you heard of the MIRV missiles?
The what?
MIRV?
I don't think so.
Well, they launch a big old missile in the air. Then
Mhm.
once it gets to a certain altitude, it breaks apart and drops like 10 or 12
Oh
different warheads
yeah.
spread
One
out.
missile has 10 warheads on it, and it goes up into the upper atmosphere, goes out in space a wee bit, and comes back down really fast, and it launches them different
Yeah.
areas. Yeah, those are crazy, man. And they have those. I believe they have them on the nuclear submarines, and that's like 15 missiles on a sub with 10 warheads each. That's 150 nukes. Wow. I think the Ohio class carries those. Let's see here. I'm trying to get Jamie to come into the live chat. She finally got home from my house. Let's see here. I'm going to send her our link.
You sent her? Oh, you sent her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had a great weekend with her, man. She is a goddess amongst women. I'm telling you, I love her so much. She's changed my life and just, wow. She is fantastic.
Yeah.
She was abused for many years. Her husband was an absolute jerk. And so she fired him, and she's been single a while, and I was single for a while, and I had that Claudia Aquinas syndrome, and that's how we met in the chat group on Facebook, the Claudia Aquinas syndrome survivors, and man, we fell in love. I don't know. We got a lot of war going on in the world, but I got a whole lot of loving going on.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I seen the best meme today. The best meme.
Oh, yeah?
I had a picture of the Titanic sinking when.
Yep.
Oh, look at my camera. Sinking ahead with the ass end up there. It goes,
yep.
The whole world right now. Then underneath it had that band playing with the violinists and that they played there. They're just sitting there playing along there. And it said memers. the whole world's going down and here we're just sending memes.
Yeah. Titanic, that was interesting. I love the movie. Seen it twice in the theater.
I don't know how I felt about it being a love story. They could have made a great movie without the love story.
Oh yeah, they could have had all that love stuff out of there and made it good. But it was good, you know.
Well, at least we got to see what's her name naked in it, I guess.
I guess that's a bonus. Yeah. Yep. Simpler times back then.
Yeah. Did you get on the morning chat or the church live stream this morning?
No, I didn't. You mean Salties?
Yeah, you'll have to watch that one there.
Yeah, I have yet to watch a Sunday morning with him.
Oh,
yet.
You'll have to watch today's. Because in the middle while Darren was talking there, Salty fell asleep.
He did?
Yeah, half the chat was saying he was dead, and half the chat's like he fell asleep, you know. And we're like, we could hear him snoring through this microphone.
Well, he's on a lot of meds right now. We gotta understand that.
No, he didn't sleep last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he had a hard time sleeping last weekend too.
Yeah, Zeus says her name was Rose of the movie. Well, I see the Rose in there, all right.
Yeah. Jamie said she'll come on another night. She's got to get the kids to bed, and that's true. But yeah. Too bad we didn't have generals like Patton and MacArthur and.
Well, they got Solenki over there right now. He's a true leader.
Yeah,
the guy who lost to in the elections there. As soon as the Russia invaded, he got his ass out of there. But Solenki there, he put on a bulletproof vest there.
Yep.
And then we offered him to get evacuation to get him the hell out of there. He goes, I don't need a ride. I need some ammunition.
Yeah. He's standing with his troops.
He's being the Churchill of his time when Churchill was walking the streets while the city was being bombed and all that.
Yeah. Yep.
And,
that's a way. It's the best way to rally your troops. Definitely. To show them that you're not afraid. And he's not even a soldier. He was a comedian, I guess, right? He was in a movie as a principal of a school, and then he became a leader of a country, overnight. It's awesome.
Churchill or this guy?
The guy that's out there with the vest on, who's out with his men. They showed a video of him today saying that he ain't going anywhere. He's a real leader. No doubt.
Yeah. No, another good propaganda video I've seen. I don't think this one's true. I just think it was a setup one,
Mhm.
where a lady walked up to a Russian soldier and handed him some sunflower seeds and go, "Here, put this in your pocket so when you die on their soil, it'll grow some flowers."
That's kind of funny. I like that. He's going to be a fertilizer. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Mercer might be joining us here in a little bit.
Good. Good. I like Mercer. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mercer, he's a good guy.
He's a talker like I am.
Yeah,
Mm.
that makes it that makes it so
Well, I think Salty gets impatient with him sometimes, and
well, Mercer can ramble on, but I don't mind
yeah.
it. Gives
No,
me
it's
less
fine.
I have to remember to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have a thought and he'll be talking. I'll completely forget what I was going to say 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
But I'm getting old now too, so
No, but he's a
you
good
know
guy.
he is a good guy. Really, he is. I talked to him.
Everybody is in my chats and all that are good people.
Yeah,
Especially
I think
Carla,
so.
Zeus, and Simple Jack. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah.
He's the one
Where's
that helped
Car-
me with he helped me with my first couple live streams.
Did he? Where's Carla at now?
I don't know. She hasn't mentioned anything in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Carla, you still there?
We should bring her live, right? That's your wife, right?
No, she's a friend of mine from Simple Jack's channel.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, I met her on. She came on a couple times too.
Yeah.
Real nice lady with a good sense of humor.
Well, you got to have a good sense of humor nowadays.
Yeah, but humor's dying because people get offended by everything. A
Oh,
generation that grew up on South Park's offended by everything.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I mean,
That,
not easily
stuff like that makes me believe the assimilation theory all the more.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not offended by stuff like that. You can call me all kinds of names.
Yeah,
I'm like, whatever, dude.
and Zeus here has a gaming channel. Looks like is that your channel, Zeus's Gaming 716? Then I'll promote your channel. I'll promote your channel there, Zeus. Carly does some fun TikToks and all that. Simple Jack, he streams Battlefield 2042.
Is that any good? I've seen it played once.
No,
Like,
go on Simple Jack's Jack Live's channel there. He'll sit there and talk with the chat and all that. But I think we should round up all these gamers here, hand them the joysticks to our drones and tell them to go to town.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always playing Call of Duty.
Oh, no, but that Battlefield 2042 looks like it could be fun.
Yeah, it'd be a nice change from Call of Duty because I play.
But of course, I like my how would you say it? My fuzzy Sonic games. Back when the low resolution Sonic games.
Oh, like the 8 megabyte games, like
the ones for the old Sega Genesis from the 90s.
I never played Sega. I sold a few Sega Genesis offline or online. Got them at yard sales or something, Yeah. Then I sold a Nintendo. I got it for free.
Oh, you sold a Nintendo and didn't tell me?
Yeah, it was a Super Nintendo. I got it for free at the thrift store in Lake City, Michigan here. And they had it in the room where it's $2 for a whole bag of stuff. And it was just sitting in there. I'm like, oh, I know how to fix those. I'm going to take that. And
I can't figure out what's wrong with my Nintendo 64, but I want to play Zelda again.
Yeah, I know the Zelda games are great. Yeah. Yep. So I took that Super Nintendo. It had 2 controllers with it. I just had to order the wires for it. And when I got the wires, got it all plugged in, got it all set up, it worked great. I had my 7 or 8 games for it, and they were pretty popular games. I sold it for $90 on eBay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I should have kept it. I'm kicking myself for it, but
yeah. Well, I'm kicking myself for not buying Bitcoin, but I'm not kicking myself nearly as much as that one guy. I can't remember what city he lived in, but he bought like 2 large pizzas from a pizza place back when Bitcoin was worth nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He used 20,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas.
Oh, why? But he didn't do that.
I bet you he was kicking himself, especially when it hit 63,000 of Bitcoin there.
That sucks, man.
I bet you he was. But it gives you a hell of a story to tell, I guess.
Yeah, I would have a hard time telling that one though. Like if I was the guy that lost all that for 2 pizzas. Wow. Man, but that what? Bitcoin's been around now for about what, 10 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like 2012. I should have invested in it when I thought when I had a chance to.
Yeah, I know. We're kicking ourselves for that one. Me too.
Yeah.
But, well, life goes on. There'll be something else that's popular, and maybe we can get in on that for cheap. Yeah. But there'll be in Ukraine, there was a woman that's supposed to like would be the leader of the resistance if they do take over. I wonder how that'll go. Can you imagine being part of an underground resistance against the Russians?
Yeah.
To try to free your country.
But some of the best resistance leaders in the world were women.
Absolutely. Oh, women can fight. They can set up plans. There's no reason they can't.
Nah, that is the mama bear coming out in them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You don't want to mess with Mama Bear, I'll tell you. When Mama Bear comes out, you don't want to mess with Mama Bear. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, she's protected her cubs. But, yeah, women can fight. Put a gun in her hand. Let them go.
Did you see that? Hey, we got Mercer here now.
Mercer.
Hey.
What's up, Mercer?
Now I can mute it and go back to Minecraft while you two talk.
I'm going to see Shatner this week.
You are?
Yes.
What day?
Friday.
Awesome.
William Shatner doing a screening of a film called Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. Hopefully it's a good movie.
Oh, nice. How much do those tickets run?
I have no idea because I'm not paying for them. No.
Oh, nice. That's even better.
I seen Shatner and Kate Mulgrew in Chicago in 2016. That was fun. And they had Nog and Ram, and they were dressed up in their Ferengi faces, and they did a little skit.
That's awesome.
They had Armin Shimmerman get into his costume to go on some late night interview thing.
That's cool. Yeah, I seen an interview like that from years ago.
I saw Shatner in 2014. Like I was like within eye shot from him.
Nice.
Pretty close. Because he was in Tampa, and I was visiting my brother in Tampa. And there was a little convention held at the hotel, and I didn't have the money to get into the convention, or I just but I got into the lobby, and I saw him when he walked in.
Cool.
So hold on, somebody's texting me.
Yeah, I got coming in too.
Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, apparently this guy is on Discord. He's on the Penske File. He's a friend of mine on the Penske File Discord. By the way, I showed you about them before. They do Star Trek podcasts. It's a good little community. Anyway, somebody said, "Hey, we'll get the worst seats in the house, but we'll be there." I'm like, I don't care. Worst seats in the house doesn't matter.
You're in the same room with them, so that's.
I'm in the same room with Shatner, and I'm not doing anything else, so whatever, I'll do it.
How many more years does the guy really got? He's like what, 90
now?
That's
the thing, and like I think the tickets are like $50. So I mean, but I'm not paying for them, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth it then.
I mean, I know that he's doing like a meet and greet for probably more money afterwards, but
probably.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to see Shatner. I'm going to watch the movie, and I'm getting out of the house for a couple hours,
Yeah. Yeah, we all need that once in a while.
Yeah.
I've been so stressed, so I got to deal with, life.
Yeah. Well, you're under a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
Well, back on topic
there. The Orville is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Well, I know the Orville would be out in like 2 weeks if they hadn't pushed it, and I'd be happy as a clam.
Yeah. But, did you see the newest preview for Picard?
I saw it was like a battle where they go up to the bridge, and
and that Borg Queen was in the middle of the bridge.
Was she? I didn't even notice. Like,
it was a really quick camera turn, and those board things were going, like tubes were going into the
I think I
consoles.
remember. Yeah,
And I think the Queen must have been. I think they were on the bridge.
I gotta tell you, I'll say this for Picard. Picard is a show, just the cinematography of it.
Yep.
Looks great.
It's
I don't
fantastic.
like the cinematography for Discovery. I think the show is ugly. I don't like Discovery, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
But
I kind of agree with you there. Picard's got a better
it looks
feel to it.
they got different people filming it. I respect it. And those ship shots, those interior hallway shots look really good. And
Yeah.
the bridge looks really good. I don't have a lot of confidence in it, but it could be awesome. And like Robert Meyer Burnett said, we're gonna watch it anyway. He doesn't have a lot of faith in it, but it could be awesome.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I think I actually confess I didn't open it yet, but last year I bought Picard on Blu-ray.
Yep.
The Blu-ray set, because I didn't want to subscribe to Paramount.
Yeah.
But I like the show enough. I consider it a near miss. Basically, I think the show doesn't work, but I liked how close they got to actually having something that could have worked. And there were things about it that I really liked. So, unlike Discovery, where I don't like anything about it, I just don't.
Yeah.
But
Gorilla, did you watch it?
What?
Picard and Discovery, do you watch them?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Discovery there. I talked about this on my last live stream there. I didn't like it. I think the reason I didn't start not liking it and started nitpicking it was, one, it was way too dark for me to watch. Well, I used to kind of have my phone kind of propped up to the side, and I have it on and listen to it, while I was working and stuff. But it's way too dark for me to see. I had to put
can
my
you watch it on
camera
a TV?
way up just to be able to see what the hell's going on.
Can you watch it on TV?
First season, I had to read half the episodes.
Can you watch it on a TV?
I was watching it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here's a real nitpick, but it really got to me.
What's that?
About Picard. I really kind of like the opening news interview scene that he does in the first episode, where he's talking to that news lady. Overall, I liked it because that gives him a chance to actually act like Patrick Stewart. This is Patrick Stewart acting. And once he does that, the rest of the episode, the wind's already at his back, and he doesn't need to do any really big scenes, But what I don't like about that scene, like I didn't like, aside from the fact that the reporter was basically a Fox reporter or something, or some kind of gotcha reporter.
Yeah.
What I didn't like was actually a special effects error that actually affects the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually that doesn't happen. You can have special effects glitches, and they don't affect the story. But if you notice earlier in the episode, when Picard is making tea and he's talking to those Romulan servants that he's got, you remember?
Yeah.
You could see in the news footage the Federation rescue fleet that they're going to use to help the Romulans. You can see it in the corner of the screen. But when she brings it up during the news interview, she doesn't show that clip. She shows the android attack before it was even mentioned. That really bugs me. Was she trying to annoy him, or did they make a mistake with the special effects? And I think they made a mistake with the special effects. I think I wasn't able to put together how the rescue of Romulus is related to the android thing. As much as they tried to establish a connection, it really was kind of vaguely done as far as exposition goes.
Yeah, it didn't work so good. Yeah.
So I like the show. I liked episode 7 a lot, where he goes to visit Riker and Troy. I liked that a lot.
Good.
But what I didn't like about that episode was he goes in there and he's like, I don't have a clue what to do. I had a plan and now I don't have a plan. That's not Picard. Picard was never like that.
Yep.
He even if he didn't know what to do, he didn't act like he didn't know what to do. So I really didn't like that. I didn't like any of the scenes that were away from Riker and Troy. And but I got to tell you, that was Troy's best episode in all of Star Trek.
Absolutely, yeah, good acting there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the best is when she goes to her son's bedroom, because that's where
Mhm.
Picard is going to sleep.
Yep.
And she hesitates before opening the door. That is what a grieving mother would do.
Exactly. They hit
That
that
is-
right on the point. Yeah.
that was such a good episode. And Kestra, the little girl who's
Yep.
actually a pretty big movie star,
Yeah.
she is excellent.
Yeah. She'll do great things in the movies. Yeah. Yeah.
So should we get back on topic here with what the live?
Yeah, I don't know what the topic is. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I have a trivia
Well, we're
question
talking
for
the
you.
Ukraine-Russian situation.
Yeah. What do you think
Oh.
about that?
I don't really. If I make an opinion about it,
Mhm.
then there's a million ways. Not you guys, but there's a million other people saying, "Well, you don't have this fact, or you don't have this fact."
Who cares what other people think?
Hey.
We don't.
Yeah, and
cares?
I'll challenge anybody, fact check me, because I could be getting the statistics wrong,
Yeah.
or I could have outdated statistics in that, or I heard something that was misreported.
We're
So
just
it
a
just
few
sounds
guys
like-
on here talking. We're cool.
It just sounds like it's all about. He doesn't like the fact that these states separated from the Soviet Union. Now it's Russia and various states, and it's a shame. The whole thing is a big shame. I don't really. My concern is, and I'm not taking sides in terms of politics here, but I don't know if our leadership is really up to handling this.
That's what I was saying earlier.
That's,
well,
and I'm not trying to be political about it. I just,
No, hey,
I'm not either Democrat nor Republican. I'm
Yeah.
not, but I just don't think Biden is a strong communicator.
Hey,
and you need-
Mercer, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be like salty. If you want to be political on it, you can, because this is technically a political live stream, because this is all political and propaganda is what it is right now. So if you want to make a political statement, I'm not gonna stop you.
I appreciate that. It's just not that I don't want to make. I don't really get involved in politics. I just know it's a tough situation. I just don't particularly know if Biden is a strong enough communicator to, like the president is basically a mouthpiece. He's like all of his, any president, not just Biden, any president is really not the president. It's all the advisors are telling him what to do, and that goes with every president. All these people that are telling him that they have the intelligence people and the Congress and the cabinet. They're all telling him what to do, and then he might decide, but he might just lead what the next guy says. So the president, his main job, in my opinion, is to communicate and to reassure people. Like whether you liked or hated Reagan, whenever this kind of thing would happen with Reagan, he would figure out a way to communicate to the American people where they could feel confident just by hearing his voice.
Yeah.
Whatever you might think of what he was actually doing, I don't get involved in that. You know what I mean? But he would, if this kind of thing happened with Reagan, he would be like, he would just feel like, at least early on in the first term that he had, he would be like,
kind of like his "We must fight" speech.
He just presented himself like he was a great communicator, they called him, and he was able to hold a press conference and get people. This is back before people were, before today, where everything is political. So it's hard. Yep. That's why I don't really talk about politics. I'm not saying it's not important. I just don't really get into it.
Yeah, but earlier we were mentioning some of the videos we were seeing and stuff like that. Like, there's another video I seen there that really irked me. Was a person was just driving down the street there, and the Russian tank swerved to run that car over.
Oh, I seen that video. That was awful. And
that person survived though. That tank hit that car just right. That person survived and came out with hardly a scratch on.
Oh, really? They survived?
Yeah, I don't even think he had much of a scratch, or if anything, he might have had one or two broken bones. But no, that's the video. But that's the videos that you're seeing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Or you had that apartment complex that got hit too.
I've seen that. Yeah.
But they didn't report anybody dying from the apartment complex, but they weren't sure when I seen it. They weren't quite sure.
What's nice? I can't say nice. Wrong word. What's different about this little conflict it's not like the Russians and the Ukrainians are doing suicide bombings at this point. This is actually a war like the Second World War. You know, everybody wanted to live. Nobody wanted to die. So you don't got people planning EIDs at this point that we know of. Is it EIDs or IEDs? But anyway,
IEDs.
Yeah, we don't. There's not people strapping bombs to themselves or their kids and running into soldiers. This is a old-fashioned war. This is just a normal war where both sides want to live, and it's more like a fair fight to a sense. I mean, I know.
Yeah,
Russia,
no, I agree with you there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not hiding in
But I'm
caves.
worried it could actually be World War III. You know, it depends on
yeah.
how much NATO gets involved.
Well,
Yep.
NATO can, from what I understand, NATO cannot go into this conflict without UN approval.
Right. Yeah. The UN would have to. They'd have to go to the Security Council, and they'd have to get so many votes.
The problem with that is Russia has veto power, and China and India.
Yes,
abstained.
and France. Yes.
Did France abstain?
I'm pretty certain. I'm going to fact check myself.
Yeah, check that one there because I think France was but they did agree to peace talks today. That it broke this morning on as on Captain Trek's channel. They did agree to peace talks.
Yeah.
At the Belarus border near the Chernobyl.
Okay, so got it. The United States, the United Kingdom, Russia, China, and France have veto power. Yep.
And I know Russia vetoed it. China abstained.
Yeah.
God, Thomas Potts, are you sure about that? Because I was pretty sure that was part of the UN Charter that if any government has to justify going to war for any reason, and since NATO was not attacked directly, they'd have a harder time justifying it at the UN.
Yeah.
And with China abstaining and Russia vetoing, and I think because there's 10 members on the Security Council at all times.
Yeah.
But there's 5 permanent members.
Well,
the Russia vetoed, and I think there's a few other countries that abstained, which did not give them the. So they did not pass the UN Security Council, but I think it goes to. Yeah, but every country in NATO is part of the UN, Thomas. Every country in the world is part of the UN.
Well, it says here each of the council's 15 members has the right to exercise one vote, but only 5 permanent members. The U.S., England, Russia, China, and France have veto power.
Okay.
So that's all interesting, man. I learn a lot from these chats. You know, you got to fact check yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. I admit when I'm wrong. I'm wrong all the time, but not always.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we can learn something new by doing this.
Yeah,
Hey, Thomas,
I'm gonna fact check myself here real quick, but it might take a second.
Yeah, you learn something new every time you fact check yourself. You know, it's okay. We're human. We make mistakes. But I understand how la, da, 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 da. Yeah.
Okay, there's a few times we've done that, you know, but I believe most of the members had an agreement there, like when we struck Syria and stuff. But that was a hot conflict zone there. But I think, I think Ukraine's a lot different situation than what Syria and Iraq was, because the United States was attacked, you know, and we're using the terrorism clause.
Yeah. So Thomas is saying that, no, NATO can attack if they won't. UN has no authority over NATO. I didn't know that. Well, that's kind of good, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for that info.
Yeah, what? I'm not familiar with the wars in Yugoslavia. I'm not familiar with those wars.
Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Both wars against Yugoslavia were NATO. And that was a while ago, wasn't it, Thomas? The Yugoslavian War. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like, in order to have like a one world government and stuff like that, from my understanding, the United States would have to. They can't get past our Constitution. Our Constitution keeps us freer than any other countries out there. And I learned that the other day that our Constitution keeps us from being absorbed into a one world government, and that's why a lot of nations don't like the U.S.
Okay, then he's also talking about Bosnia and Kosovo. Okay. And then the Yugoslavia wars were in 1991 and 2001.
Oh yeah, Bosnia was Black Hawk Down, right? I think that's where the movie came from. Is out of that war.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, that was a good movie.
Yeah. But I think NATO's hesitant to act right now because they don't want to put Putin in a corner there where he'll launch his nukes. But hey, Thomas, you want to come up here and explain the Yugoslavia wars for us? Yeah, because
it was like Bosnia Herzegovina or something like that.
Yeah, it was Bosnia and Kosovo. They're fighting.
Oh, Somalia was Black Hawk Down. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, Thomas.
He's at work.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this war could definitely escalate. I mean, look, we had about 19 years roughly between World War I and World War II, and now we've gone like 75 years without a world conflict. It's almost like the world is due. Thing is, now we have nukes, and that's like cheating. That is like cheating, man. There's no honor in war anymore. There's no glory to be found in it.
And the problem with the wars nowadays too is they're completely pointless because we don't take the spoils of war anymore either.
That's true, yeah.
Except in Iraq, where we're using their oil, but that's
oil-rich countries, yeah. Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, without generals like Patton and MacArthur, what those men, they fought with their troops. Nowadays, unless I'm mistaken, I think our generals stay behind the lines in front of a computer monitor watching a satellite feed. I don't know if the generals actually get out there with the troops anymore.
Well, we know of one right now.
Who's that?
That's the Ukraine president. What's his name?
Yeah, he's out there. Yeah, but I'm talking like full-fledged military generals, who moved up the ranks.
Yeah.
Those days seem to be long gone.
Yeah. Volodymyr Zelensky.
Yep. I had a teacher named Mr. Zelensky when I was in 6th grade. Good guy.
Yeah. The UN wanted to send peacekeepers into Bosnia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
I was wrong on something there. I thought like any conflict, you had to go to the front of the UN there and justify your reason.
Yeah. What's that one movie? Gosh, I own it. I can't see it over here right now. But the guy, Owen, what's his face? The actor Owen. He was a Navy pilot, and he got shot down in Bosnia when they were doing a mission for the UN. The U.S. was just.
Is that the one where he had the kids and they were on top of the building, and he has to throw the kids to the other building, which is a really hard scene to watch?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
I think that movie was like really like there was a scene where Owen Wilson. Oh, you're talking about Behind Enemy Lines. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Right, but there's another movie. There's another movie that was with Gene Hackman. But you're talking about. I was talking about this other movie where he's in some kind of country like that. I don't know which one.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got his family with him, and they have to make an escape through the top of this building. And he literally has like 2 little ones and his wife. And they have to jump in order to escape. They have to jump from one building to another. I mean, how do you get your kids to do that? You know, you have
Yeah,
to throw.
brave
You have
kids.
to throw. You have to throw the kid. You have to have the wife jump to the other building, and then have her try to catch the kid as you're throwing him or her across the
Try
building.
not
And
to
then,
drop them.
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't even imagine.
If there's
Yeah.
only one way to save them, and that's it, yeah, at least
Okay.
you tried.
And Thomas said the UN supported limited military action in the first Gulf War, but did not support anything when we invaded in 2004 or whatever year it was. That was in 2003 March, if I remember correctly.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that was 2003 when we went in there claiming there was weapons of mass destruction there.
Yep. Yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah. Well, no, they said they found some. There's a bunch of dust covered chemical bombs apparently that was probably left over from
Yeah.
Iraq. But even though it took them what 5, 6, 7, 8 years to find them.
Yeah, they had satellite. I remember satellite photos saying that, oh, these are missile trucks, and yeah, Colin Powell was talking about that in a briefing once on live TV, and yeah, we never really found anything to prove that. Going into Iraq,
Here's that scene, by the way.
you know, some people say that was a smart move, others don't. I mean, I don't know. Afghanistan seemed to be the bigger problem in that war versus Iraq. Afghanistan was the bigger problem because of the Taliban. But maybe, who knows? You know, maybe George Bush's son.
But if you look at the map here, this got pointed out to me.
Mm-hmm.
What's in between Afghanistan and Iraq?
It's Iran, isn't it? No.
Yeah, that put us in great strategic. Yeah, and they put us in great strategic position to strike Iran if we ever went there.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because Iran's always going to be a pain in the backside.
Yep, and that's right. The way that Article 5 is when says that attack against one's an attack against all. That's only happens on 9/11.
Yeah.
That's when we got a coalition of 62 nations to commit military support in Afghanistan.
Uh-huh.
There, and I don't know how many nations we got to commit to the Iraqi war.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just returning a text here. I'm still in.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
By the way, I put that movie scene up in the chat, and in the private chat.
Okay.
Okay. Here
it's
I'll
really
put
hard to watch.
Here, I'll put it in the regular chat for you.
I don't know what conflict this is about. I don't even know what conflict this movie is, but I just know that, man, I saw this scene, and they must have showed this scene before another movie when I was in the theater once, and it was hard.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I know Saving Private Ryan, they showed that to a bunch of World War II veterans.
Love that movie.
They're having a lot of PTSD. Traumatic stress PTSD attacks in that theater because they said it's so realistic.
Yeah, it would definitely bring back memories for you.
Did you know that James James Doohan was in that battle at the beginning of that movie?
Was he? Oh, as an actor?
No. He was actually in the battle, and that's how he lost.
He was at D-Day.
He was at D-Day. Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
And that's how he lost
his fingers. Yeah, wow. Did he lose his finger on D-Day, or did he lose that further on in the war?
I'm not sure, but if you look at some of the episodes, you can see that he's missing fingers.
Yeah, I know they tried like hell to hide that. They tried like hell to keep that hidden. Because that was one of the conditions of him playing Scotty was that they'd hide his missing fingers.
But there were some episodes where they didn't, especially when he's carrying all the tribbles. They didn't hide it there.
Can't carry that many tribbles with missing fingers.
Yeah. Oh, I got myself a great question for the next time I'm on Question of Trek now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. How many tribbles did Spock calculate there were after 12 hours?
The same number that Dax counted. I don't know what it is, but it's like
1,275,000,000 something.
Wow. Hey, I found it. I looked up the James Doohan thing. He lost his finger in an accident of friendly fire on D-Day, June 6, 1944, at Juno Beach in Normandy, France. Friendly fire, guys.
I thought he was Canadian. Juno was a Canadian one, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain. I'll fact check that one too.
But there's a weird one. There's a crossword puzzle that came out. Was it the New York Times or something, or or it might have been a real small newspaper that had the words, all the words of the beaches plus Overlord and all these other different code names that they were using there. And that guy who made the crossword puzzle got dragged into it was either the FBI office or the CIA office and questioned for hours, and they found out it was just a coincidence. But it had like 12, 15 different names that they're using as code names for the D-Day operation.
Yeah, they had a lot. And then they didn't have Patton get involved until after the landings, a while after. They had him commanding a fake army group, and they used those blow-up tanks from the sky.
Well, that's because they had to punish him for slapping two soldiers who were suffering from what they at the time was called battle fatigue.
Shell shock.
Yeah.
He was all blood and guts, man.
Yeah. He rode on the top of a tank and front and center. They're going into some of these battles in like Sicily and North Africa. But and that actually probably worked out better for them because they didn't believe that they would sideline their best general. So they put him in charge of the fake operation near Calais because that's where our California governor thought that was most likely were the strike because it's the shortest distance between. But Rommel there, he looked at the beaches of Normandy there, and he's like he recognized that they're the same kind of beaches they were landing on in North Africa. So he did reinforce those beaches there that he recognized as that's where the types of beaches that they were landing on in Africa.
Yeah. I heard today that Germany has only donated 5,000 helmets.
No, they donated 2,000 missiles, like for over-the-shoulder missile launchers.
Yeah. I heard it was like 5,000 helmets.
Yeah. I heard France surrendered already. I heard France surrendered already.
Oh. From the current conflict?
Yeah. Oh, I apologize. That wasn't right.
That's all right.
Question. Who served as Grand Nagus prior to Zek?
Prior to Zek?
Yep.
Oh, gosh. I don't know that one. It must have been mentioned in DS9 at some point.
Yes, it probably was.
Well, let me fact check that. I don't know.
The answer is Smeet.
Smeet. Grand Nagus Smeet.
Yep.
Wonder how Grand Nagus dog.
Do you know the name of the actor that played Zek?
I don't. I know what he looks like, but I don't know what his name is.
Wallace Shawn. He's so good. He was in The Princess Bride.
Can you imagine wearing that makeup he had to wear to play that character? Wow.
He's so good, though. He loved doing it.
You know what? If we had some Ferengi representatives in the Russian-Ukraine situation, they might be able to hammer out a deal.
No, because you're forgetting the rules of acquisition, rule number 34.
A battle or war is good for business only from a distance?
No, war is good for business. But also there's rule of acquisition 35. Peace is good for business.
Peace is good for business, yeah.
I guess it just depends on which business you're in.
True, yeah. Yep. See, who was the one that was the Ferengi arms dealer? Was it his cousin? Cousin
Gala.
Gala, yeah, cousin Gala. Yeah, Ferengi are awesome. But they're far away from the Ukraine war. They're all the way in the out there and somewhere in the Alpha Quadrant. Wasn't DS9 in Alpha Quadrant?
Yes, it's right on the border, I believe.
Border of the Alpha and Beta.
Which real-life astronaut had a cameo in the episode Second Chances?
Buzz Aldrin, wasn't it?
No.
Neil Armstrong?
No.
Some freaking guy we haven't never heard of?
Lance, what's his face?
The person was working the transporter room in the episode Second Chances.
Yeah, it's probably some guy we never heard of before.
Maybe.
The answer is Dr. Mae Jamison, this black woman that was in the transporter room.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was an
heard that
astronaut.
before.
She was an astronaut. What is the only only person in Star Trek to play himself?
That would have been Stephen Hawking.
Yep.
And you'd be correct.
Yeah,
Yep, that is the truth.
Do you know when he visited the set? When he was the reason they put that cameo in there was because he was visiting the set, and they bring him down. First of all, they let him sit in the captain's chair. They take him out of his regular wheelchair, and they actually put him in the captain's chair for a while.
That's awesome.
And let him sit there. And the other thing is, he gets down to the engine room and he looks at it, stares at it for a minute, and he's like, we're working on that.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny though. Yeah, it's too bad. Well, hey, that had to be the highlight of his entire life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see the newest thing that the Russian bots are pushing? Yeah, they're pushing to abolish NATO.
What?
Right now, what's trending on Twitter is abolish NATO. Hashtag abolish NATO.
Abolish NATO. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. You can't tell that's not a bunch of rots trying to trigger an algorithm there.
Yeah, no kidding. Yep.
Yeah. Can you just imagine if all of a sudden some alien spacecraft came down and said, "Screw this! You guys got to make peace with each other." Just start blowing a bunch of the stuff up over there and go. Now either you guys quit fighting or we'll take out more.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Someone was trying to claim that it was alien interference there. There was one time when the game close for the nukes to be launching there that for some reason they wouldn't launch and all that, or they started having all kinds of problems, and people are claiming it was alien interference.
Well, they've been seen outside missile bases in the past, and they've been harassing our aircraft carrier groups. Those little tic tac looking things that shaped like a tic tac, and all of a sudden they're 5 feet above the water. Half second later, they're 5 miles up. And that was on the main news. That was on Fox, ABC, CBS, all broadcasted that.
Well, my problem with a lot of this UFO stuff is, how is it we can have crystal clear 8K or 4K definition television shows there, but when they release a video of a UFO, all of a sudden it's the grainy as hell.
That's definitely questionable. That sounds like it's set up.
You're telling me that the most advanced military in the world has a grainy video like it's back from the 40s?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the footage of the Tic Tac looking ship thing that seemed pretty clear, but it was from a distance. So,
look, the video I seen looks pretty grainy.
Yeah, most of them they're very much. You could tell they're fake. Yeah, until we actually can. I mean, I've seen things in the sky. A couple July 4th ago, my girlfriend at the time and I were laying in my backyard, and there was a ball of light, and then all of a sudden it would like zipped across the sky, and half a second later it was just everywhere. It wasn't fireworks. It wasn't.
How do you know it wasn't fireworks?
It definitely wasn't fireworks. This is like
how do you know?
They didn't explode or nothing. They were just. Yeah.
Well, not all fireworks explode. Some of them.
Greetings, Arabic. Welcome to the channel.
I can't prove nor disprove that it was a UFO.
Hey, now
the possibility.
No, it was a UFO. But
okay, can I ask you a couple questions on this?
Go ahead.
How much did you have to drink that night?
I had 2 wine coolers.
Okay, what did you smoke with them?
Nothing. I don't smoke. I don't even drink anymore. Yep. I just had a couple wine coolers, but no, me and her and I both seen it.
Yeah.
And we had
what
never
are
seen
Marfa lights ever, Aravic? What are Marfa lights?
What are what?
Marfa lights. Here, I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay.
It's still frozen. Grab some water. Here, grab some water.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what a Marfa light is.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, neither have I.
Aravic Sander. Oh, this is
Yeah.
one of the dudes in the chat.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy.
Oh, hey, what's up, brother? Okay, so we got a Marfa light. Let me look that up really quick.
You have sightings. You have sightings in Marfa, Texas.
Okay, yeah, Marfa lights. Yep.
What is that? What is a Marfa light?
It's
I'm guessing,
called Marfa.
yeah, I'm guessing it's
What?
the same thing as what he is seeing, but only it was in Texas.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Marfa Lights Festival.
How do we go from Ukraine to UFOs?
It's all military, so it's still on topic.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Believe me, I know how to try to justify anything. I am a master at it.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
I guess that justifies the name Random Thoughts.
Yeah. So these are just lights that kind of show up and then disappear. It's out in the desert, right? So I think I've heard this story before. They're sometimes red, sometimes blue, sometimes white, and usually appear randomly throughout the night, no matter the season or the weather. Ranchers, Native Americans, high school sweethearts, famous meteorologists alike have reported seeing seemingly sourceless lights dance on the horizon southeast of town, an area that is nearly uninhabited and extremely difficult to traverse. Cool. Who knows? Maybe it's an interdimensional portal and beings from. Listen, I'm a Christian preacher, and I might be the only preacher I know that loves Star Trek. I can't prove nor disprove that God didn't make other beings besides angels, humans, and the inhabitants of this planet. I can neither prove nor disprove it, therefore the possibility still exists. So, but yeah, I'm one of the ball preachers that believes this.
I'm to this belief. If God created us humans, what's to say he didn't try making a bunch of different designs and said, screw it, put them on different planets and try making different designs?
I mean, it's possible. Really, I don't doubt it. He has the ability and the power to do it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, and Eric says it feels like an outpost when you go there. Well, I'm not. And Tom says I'm not making those lights.
So, a ball lightning, maybe. I don't know. Something's up about it, though. I'm surprised. I bet there are people in the government that do know about this. They know what's going on, and it just isn't made public knowledge because the public would panic. Can you imagine?
Do you really think the public would panic, or would you think they'd be relieved? Go, oh, finally, maybe some of the stuff's starting to make sense now.
Yeah,
of all the stuff that's happening around the world.
Yeah, I mean, there are explanations. Somebody has the answers out there, but it's just going to tear up the whole world.
Yeah. Hey, it's all LDG's fault. According to Arabic, it's all LDG's fault.
Yeah.
I don't know
somebody.
I don't know if you've met LDG yet.
I don't think so.
Well, he's a real smart guy. He knows a lot of. He's a lot of the guys. His IT guy for when something's going wrong with their computers. Real smart guy. He knows his way inside and out of the computer.
Yeah, I know a little bit about computers, not too much. I know not to break them because I'm going to usually have to have.
Well, if you ever have problems, he's one of the guys to go to, and probably Jason Price would be another person to go to.
Okay, cool.
You've probably met Jason. He's on Salties a lot.
Oh, I'm sure I have at some point.
LDG, he has his own channel. Then plus he was on Captain Treks and he comes on Vile Mics a lot. I'm pretty sure he comes on a few other ones. So He's pretty good. I think he's a pretty good guy there. He can get passionate about stuff though.
It's good to have
I mean,
passion about things.
when he's insistent about something, he is very insistent about it. He'll argue about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have conversation. It's good to have different opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people can't handle it. I don't mind it. You know, I might learn something from a little talk about a situation. So we got
And Simple Jack says only concern I would think about aliens would be new diseases or infections we could share, like when the Europeans visited South America.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
well, hey, maybe they landed in China first, and that's why a lot of the diseases are coming out of China. Because if you look at a lot of the pandemic or a lot of the diseases, you know, there's a lot of them that come out of China.
Yeah, well, there's 2 billion people in China. I mean, 2 billion.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some crazy things, you know. If we had 2 billion in America, there may be some crazy things coming out of here.
Yeah, and LDG can't fix a calculator. Are you talking about a calculator? Can you drop Jason Price's link at Gorilla Thoughts?
I'm back.
Hello. Looks like if you look at the link I sent, it's what the Vatican said about UFOs. Here, Thomas, can you do me a favor and put Jason Price's link in the chat for me here?
No, speaking of the Vatican, have you seen what their main assembly hall looks like on the ceiling? It's a serpent.
Oh.
Head. Makes no sense for them to have something like that. Look at it. It's shaped like a serpent's head with fangs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah. Thank you, Thomas. And Arabic says, yep, makes sense. Population concentration is serious. Oh, I've been kind of saying get out of the cities for a few years now. I'm kind of glad I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So,
I'm kind of too, yeah.
Like the closest big city to me of above 100,000 is 100 miles away. Now the biggest city under 100,000 is 70 miles away, and that's 44,000. All right, thank you very much, Thomas. No, I did not Jack. Is there a giant stone snake in the Pacific? Unless you're talking about a bunch of the islands around Australia, that general area. Are you pulling that up there, Mike?
What was that?
The giant.
Oh yeah. I'll get you a picture of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and there, just share it. Then share it for us.
Yep. Giant snakehead at the Vatican. I mean, we all know the story of Adam and Eve, I think, and about the serpent and stuff that tempted Eve and Adam, and actually tempted Eve, and then Adam was an idiot and didn't slap the fruit out of her hand and say, "No, we can't be doing this." No, he takes a bite too.
Oh, so you just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
All right. I got a joke for you. Little Johnny and Mary were sitting there in Bible class there when little Mary started falling asleep. Mm-hmm. So the teacher decided to ask her a question. She goes, "Who is our Lord and Savior?" Well, little Johnny took a little bobby pin out and he poked her in the butt and she goes, "Jesus!" The teacher shocked, goes, "Very good." Well,
I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's funny.
Oh, just wait till the end. Just wait. And then a little bit later on, little Mary starts falling asleep again. So the teacher asks her, "Who is the Lord Almighty?" Well, little Johnny pokes her again, and she goes, "God!" The teacher's shocked, goes, "Very good." Well, a little while goes on, and little Mary starts falling asleep. So the teacher thought she'd ask her a really hard one. So the teacher asked her, What did Eve say to Adam after she bore him his 99th son? And little Johnny pokes her again, and she goes, if you stick that goddamn thing in me one more time, I'll break it in half and throw it out the window. I know that's probably blasphemy, but it's funny.
Well,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Simple Jack says it's a fossilized giant stone snake was found and looks interesting, like is huge, could eat an elephant.
Do you guys want to hear my centipede joke?
Yeah. Let me get Thompson's comment, then we'll hear it. If
Yeah,
you
I
saw
put that-
Hogan's Heroes, then you would know what a gonculator is. Well, Hogan's Heroes was a little bit before my time.
I used to watch it with my dad, but I don't remember that one. Hey, I put that link to the Vatican in private chat. I didn't know how to put it in the main chat in the comments.
Oh, that's because I'm Oh, that's because I was you're not a moderator there.
Oh, okay.
I got 4 moderators right now.
Well, then
I'll get
take
it.
Take it out of the private chat and put it in the main
That's what I'm doing
comments.
right now. So what's your centipede joke there, Mercer?
Okay. All right. A guy goes to the pet store, and the guy at the pet store is this really shady looking guy working behind the counter. And the guy goes up to him and says, I want a pet, but I don't want any dogs or cats or anything like that. I just want something different. So the guy goes, I got a talking centipede. And he's like, and the guy's like, but that's cool, I guess. And the guy behind the counter is like, I got a talking centipede. Do you want him? The guy's like, sure, absolutely, I'll take him. That's great. So he's like, okay, I gotta go get him. I'll be right back. So the guy goes in the back, and you hear him shuffling around for a bit, and he comes out with this dollhouse, but not like a kid's dollhouse, but like one of those collector dollhouses that look like a real house, like in every detail, like like we're talking like $1,000 dollhouse, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where it doesn't look like it looks like a miniature house, you know what I mean? Not like a toy, right? It looks like a 1/5 scale or something doll, have a real house. So the guy brings it home, sets it on the table, and a little bit later, he goes up he decides to try it out. He cracks his knuckles, and he goes up to the door, and he knocks on the door of the dollhouse, and he's like, yo, Mr. Centipede, I'm going to the store. We're going to the mall. You want to come out? It doesn't hear anything, so just thinks about it for a minute, and he knocks again. He's like, yo, Mr. Centipede, I'm going to the mall. We got to go out. We got to get out of here and go out a night on the town. And doesn't hear anything, and just kind of was like, man, I think I got gypped. So he just keeps knocking on the door. Yo, Mr. Centipede, I'm going to the store. And all of a sudden he hears all this commotion, and he's like, oh, somebody's home. So he keeps knocking. He's like, Mr. Centipede, I'm going to the store. And all of a sudden, he hears all this clanging and banging. And then the door opens, and the centipede is so pissed off. And he's like, I heard you the first time. I'm just putting my shoes on.
Takes him a long time to put his shoes on.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just, I was just putting my shoes on.
Yeah. And according to Adam, everything's Eve's fault.
I have a joke about Easter, but that'll maybe for next time.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll tell it. But I gotta eat dinner soon, guys. I got my burgers cooking.
Are you so hungry your stomach thinks your throat's been cut?
I don't think I'm that hungry.
Yeah. And Eric says yours was a good joke. Apparently mine wasn't. Too much blasphemy.
Yeah, my Easter joke. I could tell you my Easter joke. It might be considered blasphemy, but let me. I got to tell it quickly because I got.
Yeah, you got the freedom of speech. This is still America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me see if I can tell. This joke is not. Neither of these jokes are mine. So, trying to remember. 3 Chinese guys are in a bus, right? And suddenly the bus, slips on the ice, rolls down a cliff, and they all die, right? And they all go up and they see St. Peter working at the gates of heaven. And St. Peter's like, look, guys, you read the sign. You see what it says? It says we're only letting Catholics in. It's Catholic Day. You guys can't come in, right? So, real quick, I want to ask you if I'm allowed to finish this show because I don't know.
Oh, well, Mercer's, my only rule is don't say anything that'll get my channel strike. If you do, make it memorable.
No, I'm not gonna. It's not that bad, but I just don't want to risk it. So,
all right. Well,
I'm gonna cook my burgers in.
All right, Eric wants to hear a Star Trek joke. I got one for him. All right, a Romulan and a human were sitting there arguing about their two civilizations when finally the human goes, well, I can walk into the president's office, pound on his desk, and go, Mr. President, I don't like how you run the Federation. And the Romulan goes, well, I could do that too. And the human goes, you can? He goes, yeah, I can walk into the Praetor's office, walk up at his desk, pound on his desk, and go, Praetor Nero, or Miro, or whatever the Roman Praetor's name was, goes, I don't like how President Gerasino is running the Federation.
Oh, he was a slouch.
Yeah.
Remember him?
I stole Ronald Reagan's joke and rewrote it.
Yeah, I wasn't much for that character.
I liked him. I thought he was cool.
Gerasino? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was all right. I got a Star Trek joke for you. Okay, where's it at? Where'd it go? Okay, I looked it up. Okay. All right. What are glasses called on planet Vulcan?
I don't know.
Spectacles. How do you stop yourself from falling out of a bird of prey?
I don't know.
You have to cling on.
Wait. What? Where do stormtroopers spend their free time?
Well, it's not the target range. I can tell you that.
What? Where?
At the Darth Maul. Okay.
Darth Maul. That's a good. I like that. That's cute.
All right. So Luke was having trouble with the Chinese food with his chopsticks.
Yeah.
So Ben is like, use the forks, Luke.
Use the forks, Luke. That's cute. Yeah. Let's see here. Why is Star Trek so successful? Because it has good genes.
Gene Kuhn is better than Gene Roddenberry.
Who?
Gene Kuhn.
Oh, okay.
He invented things like the Prime Directive, the Klingons.
Oh, I see.
He was one of the people that worked on the original series. And in some ways, he took the vision that Gene Roddenberry had, and made it into like what you could do for a dramatic show. Without Gene Kuhn, Star Trek would suck. As a show, it would be a great concept, but it wouldn't work as a TV show.
Yeah.
Gene Kuhn gave them villains to fight. He gave them missions every episode. He gave the show dramatic structure. But without Gene Kuhn, Star Trek wouldn't be very much.
Well, thank God for Gene Kuhn and Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, yeah, I love Gene. And I know Salty doesn't like Gene Roddenberry, but Salty is not me.
Well, everyone's different. That's what makes us great.
Salty kind of annoys me sometimes.
Well, I know, man. I know. Okay, here's a joke. Okay, what do you call two science officers having an argument? Anybody?
I'm thinking. I don't know.
Science friction.
Dude, did you ever see the episode of The Ant and the Aardvark called Science Friction?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you've got to watch that. That is the absolute coolest episode. You ever watch The Ant and the Aardvark?
I don't think I did. No.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put it. It's 10 minutes. It's like a 4-minute episode.
I like Phineas and Ferb. I mean, I think everyone liked Phineas and Ferb. I'm 47 years old, and I love that show. I haven't watched it in years, though. I probably forgot half of the episodes.
Okay, here we go. This is like the greatest cartoon ever made by the history of man, ever. There you go.
All right, I'll put it in the main chat here.
This predates all of us, but man, brilliant cartoon.
Oh wait,
This makes Tom and Jerry look tame.
Tom and Jerry was great.
Yeah. Hey,
I love Tom and Jerry. Love Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey, do you know they put warning labels on those old Warner Brothers cartoons, like Bugs Bunny and stuff, for violence?
I hope
They
not.
put it right on the package now.
That's
How ridiculous has this become?
Eric Saunders says that was a good one.
Check out this cartoon, like even just the beginning, the way he talks. It's so great.
I am. Oh, I
It's
remember
based
these
on
guys.
It's based on a real guy.
Yeah. I'm watching it. I just have it on mute so we don't hear it.
No, you got to listen to his voice, even just for a minute.
Okay.
You got to listen to how his voice sounds because it's like half the humor is just how his voice sounds.
Okay. Not hearing nothing. So I might want to hit play.
What incredible good luck. A fine specimen of rare Hamatomyrus amphiphobia. I'm an Apterus amphiphobia. And all the time I thought I was eating ants.
Yeah, I know that voice.
His voice is so great. His voice is like
great.
so damn funny.
Is that like a Brooklynese voice?
It's based on a real comedian, and I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
let me look it up.
Because that's great. I've seen those cartoons, but like back in the early 80s.
You don't get it when you're a kid. Jackie Mason. His voice is based on Jackie Mason.
Yes, that's who it was. Yes.
And I gotta flip those burgers, but yeah, I think this character, the Aardvark, is so brilliant. I love him. He's great.
Oh my gosh, it's 1969.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. That took a bit of working there, but when I heard that joke originally from Ronald Reagan, I thought that was one of his best jokes. So I kind of rewrote it for my Star Trek group I was on in Facebook there, and there was a couple people. Apparently, the whole joke was wrecked because I used the wrong theirs.
Yeah, like the referring to people or person instead of
yeah, it was that autocorrect that changed the theirs on me. So there and people apparently erect the joke for him so much because of grammar.
Half the people don't even know what it means. The definition of both theirs. Half the people don't even know that. And
apparently, did I just hear the word broken knees?
Yeah, Brooklynese accent. Yeah. And
welcome the great bearded John. How are you doing today?
The great bearded one.
Yeah. And yep, it does, I think it does sum up the Romulans pretty much there, Eric. And Thomas says, saying hi to John there.
Let's see. Got some more jokes. Okay. Oh, how does a Romulan frog stay camouflaged? He uses a croaking device. I just think it's hilarious.
Hey, Professor. Nice. Glad you could make it. That's a good question of Trek today.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit.
I don't know what.
Not as good as Jeopardy.
I'm not sure what Madram means.
Not as good as Jeopardy the other day, where a certain person just started owning the board.
You took over, dude, and none of us were stopping you.
Well, that was unfair to Jay because he couldn't hear the questions.
Yeah, I know. I told everybody that, but
it was fun though, man. I got to pick the first question, and then I think I got to pick the last question in that first game I was involved in. I got smoked, man. You were on a roll. You were typing in your cell phone really quick. You had all the answers.
There was just something about certain episodes of Trek that I remember, but then there's a lot that I don't remember. It took me a while to remember some of that stuff, but I knew I had it.
Yeah, you did well, man. Yeah, you did well. It was fun.
It was definitely fun, but I don't think he should do the buzzer every game because some people can't play with it, but I do like it.
Yeah, I'm kind of a slower thinker though too. So that'd be like, I'm a slower thinker.
I like the buzzer. I thought that definitely gave the game more realistic. Yeah, it was nice. It was more.
We got to start adding daily doubles. And I like the fact that the buzzer works like the Jackbox. You ever play Jackbox?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we
Okay.
gotta go play Jackbox.
Yeah. Majram means good evening in Klingon. And according to Professor Brainy Specs, well, Mercer, speak for yourself. I thought Question Trek was superb today. It was superb today, Professor, which reminds
Oh, it
me
was
after
good.
this live stream, I have to go buy a Powerball ticket because Zoe won. There will be daily doubles starting this week. Okay, John, that'll be fun, finding
Yeah,
which
that
ones
would
are
be
the
fun.
daily doubles.
What about the category where we get to sing the song from Vic Fontaine? That would be kind of cool.
But hey, then I got to put a disclaimer on. If I have to sing the song from Vic Fontaine, I got to put a disclaimer in. I'm not responsible for any cracked screens.
Well, you sing better than the rest of us. You got that really deep bass voice. You could really hit it.
I thought no.
Like I could sing.
Have you guys played
Over the rainbow.
Have you
Oh
played
shit!
with Vile Mike?
We just got a copyright strike.
Have you ever played Jeopardy with Vile Mike?
I haven't. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're gonna be waiting a while in that category. There.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he good with the songs?
No, he just that's not going to be a category. And Waldo or something.
Another category which would be cool, the Ferengi rules of acquisition.
Yeah. Oh, we've already done that one.
Oh,
and Eric Saunders says it really was. I'm glad Zoe won and her teammate was cool too. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Isn't there 216 or is it 211 rules of acquisition?
285.
285. Okay, yeah.
Then there's a couple Quark made up himself there. But
yeah.
Hey, Professor, I could try to reach out to Trek Central there. I know they've responded to me on a comment though, but who knows? They might blow me off on that one. Yep, John's 285 rules.
That's a lot of rules.
Yeah, singing is a part of Roll Jeopardy. If you want singing, go to karaoke night on. Do you like karaoke?
Me?
Yeah.
I love karaoke. Absolutely.
Hey, Saturday nights, Rambling Canucks channel 905.
Okay, it sounds fun.
So reach out to Rambling Canuck on Twitter or Mary's Game Room, and they'll set you up.
Okay, cool.
They want me
I'm thinking about doing a Bible Jeopardy.
Apparently, Mr. CCDV wants me to come back up again. We sang Battle Hymn of the Republic together.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to sing with me because he is a veteran, and I told him he'd know the song. He said, "Well, where are we singing?" I was like, "Oh, you'll know it as soon as you see it," and he was right.
Yeah.
And Continuum Truck has made a few Ferengi rules of acquisition. I appreciate. As one of Continuum Truck's rules of acquisition is that there's no round 5 in Question of Trek. Is that one of his rules of acquisition? Every week, there's no round 5 in that. There's no round 5. Nervik has a love-hate relationship with karaoke, maybe because he's a musician.
Could be.
Yeah. Hey, Professor Brainy Specs, though, I think it would be fun if one of the episodes of Question Trek they flip it and have you try to answer the questions there instead of Conti. I think that'd be fun there. I think you could probably answer a few of Zoe's and a few of Scarlett's there. Have you watched Question of Trek? There, Mike?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Have you watched Question of Trek?
I don't think so.
Oh, you'll have to watch it when they come back in like March or April there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you got to know your Star Trek there.
Well, send me a link when it comes back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because one of the questions I asked Conti when I was on there the one time there was in the episode Unification.
Yep.
There at the space junkyard there.
Yeah.
What species ran the junkyard?
What ships were in it? What classes?
No. What species ran the junkyard? What was the species?
You mean that ship that attacked the Enterprise when Riker was in
No,
command?
no, the guy who ran the junkyard.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's been a while. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to watch it again. If I seen
It was a Zach Dorn. It was a Zach Dorn.
Was it a Zach Dorn? Okay.
Yeah.
I remember they were in the game Star Trek, I think it was Federation. It was a computer game for Windows 95 a long time ago.
And Mike, John DeMarco kindly put the link in there so you can subscribe to it.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, Professor, you thought that was an easy question? Well, Conti got it. Conti couldn't remember it or got it wrong. We got the point. But the one question I thought would be a little bit harder was the one I asked him there. You know that scene in Star Trek 4 where that they got that really annoying spike tier kid playing the loud music and Spock nerve pitched him?
Yeah.
In what city was Leonard Nimoy in that inspired that scene?
San Francisco?
Nope, he was in New York. Because he was walking down one of the streets in New York there when he heard this loud pounding music. He couldn't go, what is all this racket? Where's it coming from? And he goes around the corner. There's some pug kid with a huge boom box on his shoulder there, listening to music cranked loud. And he goes, oh, I could just wish I could Vulcan nerve pinch him. And that's getting the inspiration for that scene on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was playing Billy Idol, I think.
By the way, the character that he nerve pinched on the bus, a couple of facts. That guy was played by one of the guys on the production team, and he actually appeared as the same character in a movie called Star Trek Homecoming. He played the punk with the boombox, intended to be the same character.
Star Trek
you know
Homecoming?
Not Star Trek Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming, okay.
The Marvel movie.
We always got Star Trek on our mind, so we still
Kirk Thatcher played the character, and he wrote the song, which you could find on YouTube, the entire song that's playing, I Hate You, it's called.
Yep.
And he played the same character in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay. Hey, Professor, that was something that I found it in a news article that popped up on my Google feed there as the top article in my Google feed. On suggested news stories. I can't remember the exact publication, but I can easily look that up.
You guys watch that new show, Severance? Severance? Severance.
I don't think I have.
I've not watched it yet, but we were going to watch it this past Wednesday because we stopped watching Boba Fett because that's over. So my friend comes over every Wednesday. There's a new show, kind of science fiction show, called Severance, where the premise is when you go to work, you forget everything about your home life. Everything. You're only work. And then when you go home, you forget everything about your work life.
Oh yeah, I think I started watching that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm interested.
Yeah, I think I started watching it. I was half asleep and didn't finish it. Yeah, man, I watched that late at like 2 a.m. Yeah. I think it's on Netflix, right?
No, it's on Apple TV.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe that's where I've seen it then. Yeah, I must have.
It kind of reminds me of a Dark Mirror episode. I don't like Dark Mirror, by the way.
I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Okay. It had some good episodes.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Star Trek episode. I did not like the Star Trek Dark Mirror episode.
No, it was all right. You know,
I did not like it.
Professor, I got. Yeah, just a sec. Hey, Professor, I got my source. It was in the Eaton Times, Eaton Line article there. It's inside Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home's famous bus scene with Leonard Nimoy.
By the way, one thing I remember about Star Trek 4, Paramount, the studio, was really happy with that movie. They consider it one of their very best films in their entire catalog.
Yeah.
And they included it in a special Paramount box set with all their other films like Godfather. Mm-hmm. And they even gave it a widescreen release on VHS with a special introduction by Leonard Nimoy, which was awesome. this is before movies were coming out widescreen.
Yeah.
So
And Eric
Paramount really loved that movie. Like
Yeah.
the people at Paramount, they really considered it one of their best films. It's a great movie. I love it.
Okay, according to Eric Sonder, he's a fan of Klingon punk, and opera isn't half bad either.
Yeah, Klingon Opera's pretty cool. Yeah, there is a group out there that sings Star Trek songs, and they're like
Yeah.
heavy metal, and I can't
Oh,
remember.
there's one for
Yeah,
Star Wars
but you
too,
haven't
called
heard
Galactic
Star Trek, but
Empire.
you've heard it in
Yeah, I heard
original
them.
Klingon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a joke here, right? Okay, so what is Commander Riker's favorite hobby?
Humping something.
Trombone.
Nope.
Playing the
So-
trombone.
It's sewing, because Captain Picard is always saying, make it so. It's dumb, but it's kind of funny. Okay, where do the Borg go to eat fast food?
I don't know.
Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you ever watch Plinkett's
Yeah.
review of 09?
what's it called?
Yeah.
Plinkett review of Star
Hey,
Trek
you-
09?
Yeah, you're wrong because Thomas is always right. Riker likes strip poker.
You remember Plinkett?
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of Plinkett stuff. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've heard a Star Trek 09 one.
Oh, his Star Trek 09 one is probably his best video he's ever made.
I will have to watch that tonight.
It's two parts. So just look it up on YouTube, but it's two parts.
Okay.
But it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now because I love their work. They do good at this. Star Trek.
Especially when he starts talking about the engine room. Oh, it's so damn funny.
I love the engine room on that Enterprise, though. It's pretty cool. Wasn't that a beer factory?
It's a
or
beer
something?
factory, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, check that out. His Avatar review is funny too. It was a short review. It's also in two parts, but it's a lot
I don't
shorter.
like short reviews. I'm only 5'2" and 3/4", so I'm good with that.
Yeah, did you see Avatar with the blue people? He did a review.
Yeah,
of
I've
that.
seen Avatar. I used to own it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an all right movie. The second one's supposed to be coming out soon.
This year, this winter.
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be a trilogy?
There's supposed to be 4 movies coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Would that be a quadrilogy? I don't
No,
know.
because there's going to be 5 total. There's already one
is
that
there?
came out. There's going
Okay.
to be 4 new ones.
Hopefully they're good. The other one was all right. It was watchable.
When he starts
Yeah,
when Plinkett starts comparing Avatar to Garbage Pail Kids, he just struck gold, man. It's so damn funny.
Yeah.
Compared to Garbage Pail.
You
And
watch that
apparently
review.
I'll watch that one.
Tom's dislikes everything interior at JJ Trek.
I like the Kelvin look pretty cool on the inside.
Yeah, I like the bridge. I thought the bridge was really cool. Yeah. I like how it's
Now,
all
I like those plastic separators that they used in the shuttlecraft.
Yeah, yep.
That's like
Yeah,
what the Mandalorian had to walk through when he was in that
Well-
meat factory.
Yeah, I thought
Well-
the set designs were great.
Well, I'll say one thing for the JJ movies. At least they said, it's at least they put it in a different timeline, so they didn't have the continuity issue. There
Yeah.
and John DeMarco dislikes everything about JJ Trek.
I love Beyond. I love
according to-
Beyond.
Yeah, and according to Eric Sonder, me too. Thomas Posse didn't even try to make it look like the original Enterprise.
Yeah, I don't like the Enterprise, the JJ Prize. I don't even like the Disco Prize all that much, although it's better than the JJ Prize.
I like how they took the monster that was going to eat Pike or not Pike, but Kirk in Star Trek 09, and they did the very similar thing in Discovery with what's her face on that planet. It's one of the last episodes, like third episode to the last one they just showed or something. Did you guys notice that the parallels between those two?
I heard about it, but I didn't.
He was going to
actually
get
watch it.
eaten or something by a creature. It's very similar to Kirk's situation. And I don't know. I don't like Discovery much.
I'll tell you, there's a few things about Discovery that I like.
What's that?
I like the episode called New Earth, New Eden.
Oh yeah,
was,
with Pike.
that was a good episode.
Yeah.
I like Mountus Pike. I like Ethan Peck as Spock before he shaves. When he shaves, he looks like a doofus.
Yeah, I like him too. I think he does a good Spock.
And I do like aspects of it, but overall, Discovery I don't like. Picard is a better show.
It is.
But I didn't like
Giant flowers taking on a Borg cube. It just didn't make sense. It just, oh my god, it was the worst space battle in Star Trek history.
Yeah. And according to Eric Sander, the exterior barely passed. And according to John, I think Beyond is better than the first two movies, but that's not saying much.
I hate. You know what I hate about all Star Trek? You know what I hate about all Star Trek? Especially the JJ Star Trek and also Nemesis. In almost every Star Trek, I never believe the internal sets match the ship, the external ship. It's like that room where the shuttles enter is like this huge warehouse, and it doesn't match the set. It doesn't seem like it would fit in that part of the Enterprise. And then, like in Nemesis, Riker and that one dude, the Viceroy, are fighting. Yep. And there's a huge long shaft, and I'm like, where does that go? You know, like if they're on the bottom deck already, where does that go?
Yeah.
So like, I even on Orville, which is much better about it. There are scenes where I'm not convinced that those sets could exist in that ship. Like for example, in the first episode of the Orville, which is a show I love, and this gets a pass. When Gordon first meets Kelly, they're in this long hallway, which is intersected by another long hallway. And I'm thinking, where the heck is that on the ship? Where do you fit two perpendicular hallways?
Yeah.
You know, that are that long. So that's a problem I have with Star Trek.
Yeah. And Tom says it's good news unless Matthew cancels. They're watching 2009 on Friday night. According to Arabic, the CGI was funny, though the way Tilly was running around.
I know.
Yeah. They're android giant flowers, so that they could probably take out a Borg cube, you know, especially with they don't have a defense for it. Yeah. And I think Beyond is the worst, especially how rock music saves the day.
Yeah. Flowers.
I don't remember the rock music in Beyond, but it's been years since I've seen it. And John DeMarco, regarding Nemesis, the Remans may have beamed over at the bottom of the ship, but the location of the fight could have been on a higher deck. Yeah, because did they have like an endless deck in Nemesis? Like that's more than the 29 decks. And he agrees about the rock music.
Yeah, rock music is yeah. Let's see here. All right, we got another Star Trek joke here. What's it called when a crew member on DS9 runs as fast as they can, or as fast as he can? Warp speed. Yeah, that one kind of fell flat. Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't have a drum set here, but.
Okay, so.
Yeah, what rock music? You mean classical music? Yeah, music's kind of died. There's a few good bands still out there, but.
Oh, here's a good one. Why did Riker die from friendly fire? Because
Fire at will. Fire at will.
Right, yeah. Because Picard ordered fire at will. Yep. I kind of like that one.
You know, what was your favorite joke from the Orville or funny scene?
I just anything that Captain Mercer says joke wise, I just laughed at. I don't know.
Yeah, he's great.
He was just his character, just whatever he says, a lot of it's funny. I kind of like his sense of humor.
I like it when the Admiral is on the communicator with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're not to do this. That's an order." And he thinks he hangs up with her and he imitates her voice. He's like, "That's an order." And she's still on the phone.
Or in the beginning of I think it's the first episode when he's in the Admiral's office and he goes to eat. He thinks it's candy.
Yeah. It's like the best joke was when they glued a bunch of Mr. Potato Head stuff.
Oh yes,
yes. They explained the funniest joke, and he has to get them back, so he cuts off Gordon's leg.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, the way they filmed Gordon waking up was really half the joke. The way you don't know what's going on, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, they probably played it a little too loud. That made it a highly distracting noise that worked more than the music playing.
Wasn't his leg partially grown out in another scene?
Yep, and John agrees with me. They're the bit with the leg.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Gordon's leg was funny. Yeah.
And then I like how he forgave him. He goes, "That was pretty damn funny," which was pretty funny because it could regenerate the leg.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, John DeMarco, did you see the new preview for Picard? It came out a couple days ago. And what did you think?
By the way, I like the joke when they're on the Krill ship and Ed's like, "We should put like this big black velvet painting of Avis here."
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yep.
That whole episode makes me laugh my ass off. Whatever. Or my other favorite Mercer line is when he goes into the elevator and he's like, "Did you hear what he said? He said, I'm entitled to my feelings and the space to express them. Thank you for lighting me on fire and giving me permission to be in pain."
Yeah.
I love that line. I sometimes use that on Facebook. I say, "Thank you for lighting me on fire and giving me permission to be in pain."
Yeah.
Here you go. He said, "Yes, I saw the preview that was part of the last ready room."
That was part of the last ready room.
Oh, you're talking about the Will's.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah, the ready room with Will. Yeah, or not Will, but with Will Wheaton. Yeah, I thought
I didn't see it.
Looks good so far. That battle it looks good. I think that's a Borg something in the middle of the bridge there when those giant tubes came out and they started connecting into the consoles. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, and they're interested in he's interested in seeing where things are going with it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good season. And I am going to forget all about the sexuality of Star Trek. I'm so tired of dwelling on that. I want to get back. They can have it all they want. I want to get back to the good writing and following the story for a good story. Forget about all the politics and using it as a platform to, I just want good Star Trek back.
Yeah, and apparently the season 2 uniforms are going to look more consistent. And we get to see the Stargazer. Are you talking about Are you talking about the old Stargazer that Picard got back?
No, that was a Constellation class, if I remember correctly. John, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Picard's was a Constellation Stargazer. This one looks like it's an advanced, for the current era. What are they in? 2409, or is that the year they started in that show?
2399.
2399. Okay, I'm thinking of Star Trek Online. I think it's 2409. Yeah.
They should just make a spaceship that looks like an 8-ball and just call it the 8-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it said Stargazer, I don't think it had a letter following Gazer. Like they didn't continue the name on. I might be wrong on that. Like a Stargazer A. Yeah.
The ship in the trailer is a new Stargazer. And yes, the old Stargazer was a Constellation.
Yes, Constellation class. Yeah. Yep. Wasn't that Constellation class? Didn't they use that as a carrier for smaller runabouts and ships for its era?
I'm not sure about that. I know they showed it in they used it for war tests. How appropriate for Picard.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I think it's getting blown up in that preview too. Something's happening.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it.
Okay. And what was that Stargazer registry? Do you remember offhand?
Probably the same one.
Well, they added an 8 in front of the four letters.
Yeah, the Stargazer in the trailer has the same registry of the original Stargazer.
Yep.
But with an
There's an
8
8.
in front.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure we can Google that real quick.
I wonder what class it is too. You know, it's gonna be nice because
the card, it's going to be the copy and paste class, also known as the Inquiry class. And the original registry was 2893.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be 82983.
Hey, can I ask a separate question?
Sure.
What do you guys think of Mando having a N1 starfighter for his ship?
Won't last long.
No, you don't think so?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is it from Boba Fett?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Boba Fett. I haven't really watched Boba Fett yet. I've just been following the Fat Overlords podcast.
Yeah.
Do you like the Mandalorian?
I love it. What about you, Gorilla?
I haven't had time to really watch that too with work, and I've been trying to get the live stream going.
Well, you know, it looks good for season 2 of Picard because it looks like we're going to have starships beyond that one at the end of that season. We're going to have maybe some variety. You know, in that first preview there was 1 steam runner and 2 not Norway class.
I'll tell you what interests me about season 2 of Picard.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if they're going to go back to the sanctuary districts.
Yeah. And Thomas says, don't they know how to put
where Gabrielle Bell was? Because that's the time period that they're going back to.
Yeah.
They're going back to the same year, and you actually see one of the sanctuary districts in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to Thomas
I'd be interested to see if they do that.
Yeah. According to Thomas Potts, don't they know how to put the letter after the number? That's getting put on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Everything's Tuesday. Yeah.
Personally, I think the Enterprise should get a letter after the registry. Well, don't they just put it after the name? There, that makes more sense to me than after the registry. Oh, I forgot to highlight them. I think that makes more sense. Put it after the name. Voyager deserves at least a B.
Well, the Voyager's got a J in Discovery in front of it.
Is there any worse penalty? Is there any worse penalty in this life than being in Facebook jail?
You in Facebook jail?
I was recently.
What'd you get striked for?
For what?
I don't even know. They don't even tell you half the time.
Well, I know exactly what I get thrown in Facebook jail for, but apparently my last Facebook jail there, it must have just been 2 weeks instead of 30 days. I guess I got used to seeing the 30-day jail mark.
What did you do?
Wow. Which time?
Huh?
Which time?
Well, the last time?
Oh, that's something I can't mention on YouTube there.
They took a couple things off my Facebook and said can't prove it or something like that.
Oh, I hate it when they do that.
Oh, I hate it too. They hire people.
Hey, if I see a fact check, then just know it's true because when they fact check something, they'll add one small little detail that'll change the whole purpose of the post and then claim that's false.
Yeah. Well, it's their political point of view is what it is, and you're not allowed to express yours. They got so much power, these companies. Oh, hey, kitty.
It's my normal.
I think she hears me.
Yep.
Yeah. John says, what I mean is only the Enterprise should have registries like 1701A,
Yeah.
1701B, etc. It's a distinctive honor for the Enterprise, at least in my opinion. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Eric agrees with you.
And
You
it's the
just hate
flag.
coffee.
So
And John
I'm
says,
glad you guys get to see Normal
nothing
tonight.
against Voyager,
yes, beautiful
etc.
kitty.
Thank you.
Yeah, John's only prejudice is against Discovery.
The pizza cutter?
It's just ugly.
It's a
It's an
pizza cutter.
ugly ship.
Oh, I seen a picture there. Someone took one of the old, those little flappers at the bottom of the toilet tank there that really,
Yeah.
like when you
Yep.
flush it, it flips up there. Well, someone took a picture of that. Goes, hey, I just got my new Enterprise D model in the mail. It cost me $50. And Eric says Eric says that John's a Neelix hater, and John goes, yes, Discovery is ugly. The ship
ugly.
doesn't look very good either.
Hey, Gorilla. Discovery is butt ugly to a monkey's uncle. So I mean, are you a monkey's uncle? Because you're a gorilla, you know. Yeah. So
I'm the king of the primates, baby.
It's just an ugly ship. Do you guys remember watching the first preview of Discovery? It was even uglier.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they didn't do that design, but it was somewhat similar. It was on the original teaser trailer. Yeah.
It was based on it was based on Phase 2 design of the Enterprise.
I heard that. Yeah.
Macquarie did.
But I can't
Yeah,
believe
look at those drawings.
Became stuck.
You know, it's interesting that that there was a Star Trek project that they didn't make called hold on, let me look it up. Star Trek Planet Greek. Hold on.
Yeah. I can't believe that nickname stuck though. I was just being. What are you looking up, Mercer?
There's a show that they abandoned that they were going to make. It wasn't Phase 2. It was
Star Trek Academy.
Yeah, Star Trek Academy.
No, it wasn't that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Aravic. The Discovery is a true pizza cutter. I wonder if they made a model of it to sell.
There is pizza cutters in the shape of Discovery.
Yeah, that's probably the only way that show can make any money.
Yeah,
for whoever owns it.
I got a fact check. Aravic, they're on cocaine.
Not
shrooms. It's cocaine, not shrooms.
They're
I really wish Hollywood would go back to being on, letting their writers be on and producers being on cocaine, so that we can get those good shows again.
It's probably true. How can anyone come up with crappier Star Trek? It's awful.
Hold on, let me look it up.
It's because they took their cocaine away.
It must have been. They're all going through withdrawal or something.
Yeah.
Bunch of screenwriters and they're writing episodes and going through withdrawal.
And quote this: the Discovery is the symptom of a cocaine withdrawal.
Yeah.
Planet of the Titans. Okay, that's what it was called. There was an abandoned show that they made called Planet of the Titans.
Yes, I heard that too. Yeah.
Which used the concept that Macquarie did, which looks like Discovery. And the interesting thing that I find about Planet of the Titans is that the plot of that show, which involves them going into a black hole called Cygnus and ending up in a conflict between the Greek gods, is exactly the same plot that the Rush song Cygnus X1 is. Only that ship was the Rocinante, and it was told over 2 different albums. You guys are Rush fans? You guys like Rush? You know?
Yeah. I don't know a lot about them, but I like some of their tunes.
Yeah. If you look at Farewell to Kings, they have a song called Cygnus X1, which has the Rocinante going to a black hole. And at the end of the song, they get sucked up into it. And then the next song is where they have these Greek gods fighting each other, Apollo and Dionysus, and Cygnus, this new god, which was created by the ship, brings balance to both of what they're fighting about. It's great. But that's exactly the plot of this Star Trek series.
Mm-hmm.
planet of the Titans.
Well, Rocinante is the ship in Picard. I didn't know it was on the Rush song.
Oh yeah, this is the
Yeah,
Rush
I
song
didn't
was
know
from
that.
the '70s. The Rush song is
Yeah.
from the '70s. It's named after El Dorado's horse,
Okay, yeah.
and it's also the name of the ship in The Expanse.
Do you guys like the Rocinante and Picard? What do you think, John? Do you like
What
it?
is the Rocinante in Picard?
That's what's his face's ship. The one dude that's got he's got like 6 holographic characters of
Is that
himself.
the name of his ship?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, isn't it the Rocinante?
No, I don't think so. Let me see.
I'm almost
Yeah.
certain.
Yeah, and according to Arabic Titan, you mean the little punk moon colony on Saturn?
La Serena, not the Rocinante. It's called the La Serena.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is, isn't it? Yes. Okay, my bad.
I call it the Van Halen ship. You know why I call it the Van Halen ship?
Why? Is that
Look at the pattern on that ship, and it was modeled after Van Halen's guitar. And
Okay.
they actually said that it was modeled after his.
Oh,
The
that's
pattern of red and white stripes
Yeah.
is Van Halen's guitar. I'll show you.
Yep. I think there's still time to save Star Trek Picard. Hopefully they. I heard it's only going to run 3 seasons. So that Borg Queen, I think, looks pretty cool, and I hope they don't screw with that too much. And it looks like that Borg Queen gets knocked down, and it's crawling toward the one blonde-haired chick. I can't remember what her name is.
The Borg Queen?
So look
Yeah.
at this, guys. This video is only 20 seconds, so you can
Yep.
see what I'm talking about.
And apparently that's in the Expanse.
Oh, it is the Rocinante. Whoops. Whoa. Okay, that's loud.
Yeah, sorry about that. But if you look at that video, the guitar pattern is exactly the same pattern that's on that dude's ship.
Yeah, that's
If you
pretty
watch-
cool.
It's definitely
It is.
modeled
Yeah, it's an homage to that guitar. Yeah, I like that guy's character though. What's his name?
So yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, but now he's commanding the Stargazer, so he got. Yeah,
I think that whole scene is a dream sequence.
maybe it looks kind of like it would be.
Yeah, that's what I think. And it's funny that the Orville is also starting with a dream sequence. It's a big battle too.
Yep,
I think it's total coincidence, but I'll be honest with you. This is what I think. I don't know, but I think that both scenes are dream sequences.
Maybe
I'm
it could be.
pretty sure that both. I'm pretty sure it's a dream sequence. I just have a feeling. If I had to put like money down, I would put a lot more money on Orville's scene being a dream sequence, but I would still put some money, like 2 for good, 1 for bad. I'd put 1 chip on the Picard scene being a dream sequence to start the show, and I put 2 chips on the Orville scene. By the way, you know where I get that quote from? 1 chip, 1 chip. You ever see the movie Rain Man?
Years ago, like back in the 80s.
It's one of my favorite movies, and it's the first movie I saw in a theater that didn't have lasers, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or explosions in it. And it changed my life because I realized I could watch an actual movie without those things. But yeah, in that movie he plays 1 chip for bad, 2 chips for good. Yeah. But anyway, I really think that both scenes are dream sequences.
Yeah, it's real. It's like river, like the river reels.
Yeah, I think. What do you think? Do you think they're dream sequences? They could be.
I'm saying definitely the Orville, because what's his face's head turns into a monster.
Yeah, and the kid—that's the kind of dream that kid would have.
Yeah, right.
It's exactly the kind of dream, and they didn't show any of the crew fighting, so they're obviously. You know, the way it was done, like Orville's very traditional. They don't try to like do a whole lot of like new artsy stuff. So I think that's definitely a dream sequence.
Yeah.
You know,
it looks good either way, man. It's both of those previews look great.
Oh yeah. I'll admit the Picard one surprised me. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yep. But I think that has something to do with the Borg on that ship. It's probably one of Picard's nightmare dreams about the Borg.
Yeah, it could. it could be a dream. It just there's just something about it that seemed like a dream sequence, like the fact that they have that dude being the captain. That seems like a dream kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep, and it's the Stargazer, so Picard could be dreaming that.
Yeah. It would be interesting if they're both dream sequences, though, because it's almost like they both have the same opening.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Wasn't Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5 basically the same thing? There was a.
It happened. Video. Well, here's the thing: when Orville did that episode with the voting, right? Remember the voting? There was an episode of Black Mirror called I forget what it was called, and it had a very similar premise. With Bryce Dallas Howard, and basically she has to get enough upvotes to be able to buy a house. It was called what was it called? But it was very similar to the Orville episode, but the Orville episode I thought was better.
Yeah. No, I like. Yeah, Aravix.
It was called Nosedive. It's called Nosedive.
I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And according to Air Victor, he likes the way they connected Picard and the 7 being an ex-Borg.
Yeah, I liked it too. There was some. I think we discussed that with Salty, and I don't think he liked that much.
Yeah,
because how would he know? Picard has no more hardware in him? How could he feel a connection to 7 still? I don't know. I liked it though, Arvik.
Yeah.
Sometimes suspension of disbelief, man.
And also,
here's a summary of that episode, Nosedive.
Yeah.
It's basically like everything is rated. It's kind of like the Orville episode.
Yeah. And according to John, the basic premises of DS9 and B5 were similar, but there's a lot of differences between the shows. Didn't Michael J. Zielinski sue the producers of Deep Space Nine because they said he ripped off his show?
Yeah, there was a lot of stress between the two studios over that. There was a video on YouTube I watched a while back. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, that was interesting. DS9 versus Babylon 5. Yep. Did Star Trek Deep Space Nine rip off Babylon 5? Here it is. Yeah. Man, I got the A-Team's theme song in my head. And I'm dropping it in the chat. Kaboom. There you go. Watch that link, guys, and that's all about the competition or the ripoff of.
Oh, I didn't post in the chat. Oh, you put it in the private chat, didn't you?
I don't know what I did. Did I?
Yeah, but
it's in private.
You're not a moderator,
right? So I can only do private. Yeah.
I have to get you I can make you a moderator, but you got to type it to the chat first.
Okay. I think JMS blamed the studio, not the people actually running DS9. Okay, so it's more of a studio problem there between each other. Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta go into my phone here.
And are you guys gonna go see the?
Go ahead, Mercer.
I was just gonna ask you guys if you guys seen. I need a wrench. Are you guys going to go see the new Batman movie?
Yeah.
I'll probably go see it just to have something to do. Yeah.
And Airvic says he doesn't want you to get started on Ichib.
The way they that was wrong. I don't like how they did it either.
They did Ichib wrong. Ichib was wrong. Like, how can they can never they can never do a proper death for some of these good characters. Like when Tasha Yar was killed off, that was not a proper death. Kirk should have died on the bridge of an Enterprise there. Spock, well, they brought him back, so does that really count? Then Egypt there, that was a terrible death.
Yeah, they ripped his eye out like it was nothing and didn't care. Yeah. they just are trying to destroy everything that from 1987 all the way to 2005. They want to rewrite it all in this modern way, and you just can't. The fans will never, ever go for it completely. We watch
fans are dying though. Within 30 years, I'll be dead. A lot of fans are dying off.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yep.
And
But I'm
Eric,
only 47.
get that hashtag trending. Justice for each of.
Justice for each of, yeah.
My cat's gonna outlive
And
me.
Hugh went out wrong. I mean,
My cat's gonna outlive me.
Your cat what?
My cat is gonna outlive me.
You love that cat, don't you?
Oh yeah, she's great.
How long have you had her?
About 5 years, almost 6 years.
Oh, so she's still pretty young yet. She'll last a long time. No, look at her. Kitty. I see you moving your ear.
Look over here. She's trying to figure out where that is coming from. Don't do that.
I just got my cat's ears to perk up.
Here, kitty. Come on, kitty. Look at her, man. I'm like talking to cat. When I was a kid, I could talk to the pigs. We lived down in Georgia for a while, and there was this pig farm, and I would go down there and go, and they'd snort back at me.
You know. Speaking of pigs, that movie Babe is one of my favorite movies.
No, that is a good one. Yeah, it's a good.
It's so perfect.
Quiet movie.
And James Cromwell. James Cromwell.
He did. Yeah, James Cromwell was in it.
And according to Eric, yeah, Justice for Hugh too. Maybe they can fix it.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Did you ever see the deleted?
Hearing parcel tongue.
Did you ever see the deleted scene from Terminator 2 when they try to sell the military on Skynet?
I don't know. I might have. I'd be interested in seeing it.
It's hilarious, and I almost wish they put it in the movie because it's so different than the rest of the movie.
Was it the first, second, or third Terminator?
The third Terminator.
Okay.
Terminator 3. I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Okay.
It is hilarious because it's a big. The whole scene plays like it should be in a Paul Verhoeven movie.
Huh.
So let me put that scene for you in the chat.
That's a franchise. I wish it has so much potential, but they keep flopping it, man, because they're using their agenda and using it as a platform for their agenda. The politicians. Yeah. And I love politics. I could talk politics all day and night. Politics and religion are my two favorite subjects. And I just wish they'd stop doing it in our television shows.
Here it is. This scene is hilarious.
Downhill from politics is just downstream from culture.
I put it in the private chat.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks, bro.
To John, Justice for the Seven's character. Yeah, that too.
Normal's looking right at you, Mike.
My throat.
When she hears it, she looks at the speaker, but
she's... Annika lives.
Oh, she's really getting like freaked out. Yeah. Oh wait, my daughter's nickname's Little Hen, so I'll go Baka.
Yeah, dude, that scene, you gotta watch it. It's hilarious. You gotta watch it with volume though.
Is it with that one dude? There's like a guy with glasses. He's talking to him. He's trying to convince him.
Yeah, that might be it.
I got it on mute. It's a Sergeant Candy scene.
Yeah, you gotta watch it with volume to get the joke.
Yeah, I will later on. I don't want to interrupt the broadcast. We're having a good time here. Right, yeah. Right. You can't hear.
She can hear you. That's amazing.
It is cool.
No, you got to end this within an hour because I got to run over to the dollar store here before 10.
I can't believe it's
what 10 time is it when you are?
We've been on here 3 hours. No, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock right now.
It's
So
10
you're
o'clock.
you're gonna miss the dollar store.
Yeah, it closes at 10.
Yeah, well, mine closes at 9, but it's already 10 o'clock. I'm in Michigan, though, so you're an hour behind me.
I
That's
thought
right.
Michigan was Central Standard Time.
You're on Central Time?
Yeah.
So isn't that 2
You're
hours
talking
behind
about
me?
Dollar General? Are
Right?
you talking about Dollar General?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
see
what I go
you.
to.
What's your cat's name again?
Normal.
Nerval.
Normal. It's
Normal.
normal with an E.
Yeah, Normal. I
Yep.
see you, Normal. Can you see me?
Now be
Star
honest.
Trek 6, right?
You do
Not Khan, but
you do like it more this
Name.
way. No peace in our time.
You know what I put on my Facebook when this war started? Cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. And I put William Shakespeare and Klingon General Chang.
You should have put William Shakespeare instead of William Shakespeare.
Shakespeare,
That's
yeah, I call them
no,
Shakespeare.
No, you know that's what Plinkett calls Shakespeare when he does Shakespeare. He calls him William Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Yeah, that's different. Yep. Oh. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. I'm older than all of you guys combined.
Dude,
I'm getting tired.
enjoy that Star Trek 09 review.
Yeah,
Let
I
me know
will.
what
I'm
you
going to
think
watch it.
of both
I'm
videos.
going to watch
Yeah.
it as I fall asleep.
So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen, John DeMarco he does about a weekly video there. He does pretty good videos there. Eric Sandra, do you have a YouTube channel I can promote for you? I know Thomas Potts has a few Minecraft videos there. And if I ever get a cat, I'll name him Spot or Grudge. Okay.
Yeah. There was a lot of different cats that played Spot in Star Trek. Wasn't there like 3? John, you would know this. Was there 3 different?
Look, it's with Normal.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
Who is that?
That's Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, Eric doesn't have a channel yet.
Dad.
Okay, you're just a sec.
Yeah, I don't have a channel yet either. I'm thinking about it, but I skip around to everyone else's. So whoever will take me, I'll talk on.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. I will be doing a stream tomorrow. I'm going to do a virtual pub tomorrow. I got the thumbnail up and all that. And John says, yes, there is 3 cats. So with that, I'm going to say good night, everybody. And remember to be a gorilla.
Right. That's right. All right. Good night, guys.
Night.
We out.
Nope.